Okay, all right. Becky Town. Happy Friday. Yeah. What up, Kurt? Philly boy. And that's it. Yeah. Come on. You know what time it is. Tell your friends, tell your cousin. It's time for the late night show. Some real proper light. Friday night style, yeah. It's Friday night. Sitting on Chrome. Everything's alright. Take it easy. Yeah. What up, Dwayne E? Where's everybody at, Smokey? How's it going, brother? No, that piece of shit pizza went live. Everybody's watching pizza. He's doing it on purpose to fuck with my numbers. And these people are allowing it to happen. Pieces of shit, huh? God damn it. Anyway, we're here. You think I need this agita? How you guys doing tonight, huh? You feeling good? The weekend's here? Still nice and warm out and shit? Still enjoying summer out there? You guys are on your yachts? On vacation somewhere? Where'd you go, huh? Sarasota Springs or some shit? Went for a schwitz in Sarasota Springs? Where you guys at? Oh no, you guys are in Greece on your yacht? Some asshole went out to friggin' the Sierra Mountains on a fucking lake. Jet skiing in the friggin' Sierra Mountains. Think I need this agita? Alright, change the beat. I'm already sick of it, man. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Thank you, 10 people, for being here with me. Yeah. I should have made y'all wait. Should have went live 10 minutes late. Like I usually do. Yeah. Fuck me, right? Thank you, Becky. God damn it, Becky. God damn it. Anyway. Hold on, cut the music, man. Before we get into the news, I'm going to drop a link in a little bit. Before we get into the news, Angela made a post about me today, so I want to comment and respond. You know, nothing bad. Nothing bad. I'm very flattered. She put me in her post. Anyway, I'm going to read it, and then we'll respond, all right? Give you some drama. She says, quote, I guess I'll do it in her voice. Quote, Gunsmoke, I'm sorry I disappointed you. I know you drama queens were just tuning in to see me attack Angel. I said what had to be said already. And I'm not interested in making this a 3-year repeat of the garbage that's gone on here. Boring is talking about the same crap for 3 years. But of course, I will continue to defend myself when needed. All right, take it easy. My point yesterday was, my critique of your show, the 12 seconds that I listened to, was that you had a neo-Nazi, credibly accused chomo scumbag on there. Internet troll scumbag, low-life neo-Nazi piece of shit. For your first show. That's not a good way to start your show. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you're a bad judge of character. You think you would, after 3 years, you want to bring up 3 years. After 3 years, you should know better by now. You should know that this guy's no good. That's all. That's all. Just like you tried to tell Angel about Jim Terry, he's no good. I'm trying to tell you this guy's no good. Why the fuck I gotta tell you he's no good? You should already know he's no good. I shouldn't have to tell you. And you bring him on the show. That's a bad omen for your show. Oh, whatever. Do what you want. I'm just saying, I was disappointed by that. I would have listened to whatever you were saying, you know. It was get to know Angela. So I was like, all right. I think that's what you titled it. Get to know Angela. So I'm like, all right, let me tune in. I figured you would talk about your doggies and stuff, and I don't know, making smoothies in the kitchen. I don't know what you do. Planting flowers. I don't know, man. I would have gave it a chance. It's not all about the drama. But yeah, no, the drama is entertaining. All right, that's what we need around here. We need some fucking entertainment. All right. God forbid, Think the shit's easy. So what else did she say here? All right, she called me a drama queen and tuning into blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. I figured you already. It's too late now. You should have came out with this show weeks ago when the shit was hot and heavy, and you could have had some good shows. Instead, you waited a month and then you come on with the fucking neo-Nazi. That disappointed me. Not that I don't even know what the hell you were talking about. I wasn't paying attention. I just heard the neo-Nazi on there. I said, "Oh fuck." What else did you say? Yeah, repeated the garbage. I talk about new shit every day. You ain't been listening to my channel, have you? Maybe you have. I don't know. Talk about new shit every night. I've been talking about new shit for years now. I read the news every goddamn night. How could it not be new? It's fucking news. That's what they call it, the news. That's why I'm reading it. Keep shit new. All right? I don't talk about this shit. I'm one of the motherfuckers that try to stay the most out of the drama. Unfortunately, you can't avoid it. Some shit just falls out of the sky. You can just, like this Hooters asshole. You just can't avoid it. So, god damn it. What up, Jacket Boy? If Mo said she's okay, that's good enough for me. Shut up, Dwayne. You part of the Hooters crew over there, man. You were Hooters and shit. You were another bad judge of character over there. Motherfucker, come over here and talk about putting the Maloikia on me. You don't put Maloikia on me. I put the Maloikia on you, motherfucker. Philly boy. Not a good look for that lady. Her first show and her first guest is basically the biggest piece of shit garbage can MRE. Yeah. No, it's no good at all. Word to the wise. But whatever. You do what you want. So, sorry, I muted myself by accident. Some people got to learn the hard way. God damn it. No more Hooters shit. We're going to cry about it. We need an Angela versus pizza debate. Kenshian versus what? Kensian versus Austrian economics. Fat bold Italian boy. What's the matter? You don't want to watch Pizza Shithead right now? Isn't Pizza live? God bless you, man. You're a good man. You're a good man. You come in here. You know that I'm not going to be as entertaining as that piece of shit, but you still come here anyway. And I appreciate that, man. That dickhead's butt hurt because I said, oh, my, how the mighty have fallen. I guess that touched his nerves. So he's driving around aimlessly. Oh, fucking gun broke. Talking shit that I was at the top and now I'm at the bottom. Yeah, I'm still winning. I'm still at the top. As he's talking to himself with nobody in his chat. At least I got people in my chat talking shit about my views. At least I got some motion in the chat. See this shit? People making comments? That's motion. 21 people, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm not saying I wasn't I haven't seen better days myself, Don't come on here and acting like you're winning. You ain't winning. You ain't winning nothing. I think Kevin Wu abandoned me, man. Maybe he went with the Hooters crew, man. Some people, they just get tired of fucking with you. They just leave, man. They leave you for dead. I need his tears right now. It's Friday night. I need his tears. Where is he? Maybe he's out partying on Bell Boulevard, getting drunk, taking shots of sake and fucking having fucking finger foods and shit, whatever the fuck they're eating. I just love Angela is proven Angel is a rat. She got her putting out text threads. It's hilarious. Yeah, I saw that too. And that's the first thing I thought, man. Like, wow, what a rat move. Like, what is this? Don't you ever call anybody a rat ever again? Do you understand? I don't ever want to hear about. I don't talk to rats. I hate rats. I don't fucking rats. Look what you're doing. What you doing? You want to win so bad that you'll fucking chop off your nose to spite your face. You know, whatever the hell that saying is, and that's stupid. Don't even make sense. That's low. I think that's low. I mean, Angela was in there talking like Mussolini in the text, but look, she was ride or die for Angel. Only try and look out for Angel. Like, yeah, this motherfucker no good, man. Oh, she shitted on Mickey Griggs. Where's Mickey Griggs been at, man? He don't even come around here no more. She was shitting on Mickey Griggs. Talking about, don't let Mickey Griggs in here. He's no good. You know why she said that? I was reading those texts. I'm like, oh, that's because he comes around my way. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he was talking shit. I don't know. But sometimes he's funny. Shouts to Mickey Griggs. But I think most of it was because he comes around here, you know. So good to see you, Bella. Did you see what she said about Mickey Griggs? I just told you. What are you behind in the chat by 6 seconds? Better fast forward, boy. I'm speaking too quick. You need to catch up. Oh yeah, she definitely was probably the one that blocked you in chats. I don't even think iDubbbz would have blocked you. I'm sure he had a wrench. Nah, of course it was Angela who did that. Of course. I'm assuming allegedly. Don't come out with another post like it wasn't me gun broke, but you don't know any better because you just want drama. All right, don't quote me on that. I'm just assuming. Oh, you got along with iDubbbz, huh? Guy wanted me dead. I didn't even know he existed. I'm like, what the fuck? He's riding for the neo Nazis. God damn it. I mean, damn it. Imagine one life to live and that asshole ends up being the one that kills you. That's like a dishonorable death and shit. I don't know. You don't want that face being the last face you ever see. Anyway, let's not talk about iDubbbz. I think she kicked him to the curb too, didn't she? God damn it. Let me scroll up here. I might have missed some comments. I have to say, not a Gene fan, but I watched one of his lies and I saw Dwayne in the chat and I spoke to him, so I'm just as guilty as Dwayne. God damn it. Angela always has something to say about this show, yet she watches every minute. Thank God. I need all the viewers I could get, apparently, as you can see. People come, people go. I mean, I don't know what the hell they're doing. What are you guys watching? It's damn near midnight on a Friday night. The hell are you watching? Think I need this agita? Kevin's probably hanging out with Timson and didn't invite you. Then went out for Korean barbecue. quality over quantity. You've got a great crown in your chair. Yes, I do, Philly. Somebody told me that today too, man. You guys really are a blessing, man. God bless you guys, man. Just for even showing up. It could be a lot worse. It could be worse. I could have two people in here, you know. That shit happens. So thank God, you know. You guys really must love me, huh? I appreciate you guys. I love y'all too, man. You guys have been with me a long time, most of y'all, man. But the guy told me you gotta expand on that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta try to expand, man. I'm like, damn. I'm waiting for the US to buy TikTok so I could expand, you know? Come with some different type of content. Do it right this time. See, I came in this shit with fucking, you know, not knowing what the fuck I was dealing with on this fucking shit. Had no idea, man. And then yeah. After 4 years of this bullshit, you learn a few things on here. Mistakes. How to navigate shit better, you know? You can spot shit from a mile away before it even starts. You just know. So yeah. So I'm just waiting for the US to buy TikTok. Then I'm gonna hit them off on TikTok with some new type of content, all types of content. Most of this shit, and then new shit, new type of shit, video quality shit, not radio shit. Hopefully do it big on there. Get some goddamn views and some damn subscribers again. And who knows? Maybe become a TikToker instead of a YouTuber. I don't know. Maybe I'll be both, but maybe focus on TikTok more. Yeah, we're gonna talk TikTok. Yeah, I mean he's done. He's mad that I said that. That's why he's bitching and complaining all day. It's done, man. This guy's still running around all up and down Long Island and shit, making up excuses and shit. It's enough, man. That's why he's got nobody in the chat. What happened to that guy Frankie the Fixer? He's gone. Where the fuck is he at? People are hip to his bullshit now. Yeah, no, that's what we're gonna have to do, Jack. It's gonna be all different type of content. Come up with a new name, keep it separate from YouTube, have a fresh start, and try to succeed in this bullshit. I got no other choice. That's how I gotta look at it. Yeah, we're gonna come up with a different approach this time. Why wait for US to buy TikTok? I'm sure you being Korean, you get a discount. I just don't want to do business with the CCP. YouTube takes 30%, but at least they're an American company. I presume. But yeah. No, I refuse to do business like that with the CCP. It's one thing to order some shit and it's coming from China or whatever. That's one thing, but actually sitting down doing business and shit on their platform, that's a whole nother story, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Shut up, Dwayne. All right, so yeah, I addressed that shit. Now what else? Angela's show. Oh, Angel's show is painful to watch. Yeah. It's not so funny anymore when you don't have low life scumbags on there, fucking doxing and threatening people and shit. Oh, David Lopez loves the negativity. Nice. I appreciate you guys appreciating the negativity. It's hard to find good people like that. Some people are fucking assholes. Like, oh, I don't want to hear negative. I don't want to hear negativity. I don't have time for negativity. Fuck you. Douchebags got those magnets on their refrigerator that says live, laugh, love and shit. Shut up. Positive vibes only. Shut up. Shut up. Got those stupid little picture frames on the wall. Positive vibes only. Live, laugh, love. Fuck you. Fuck you for even buying that on general principle. Fuck you. Live, laugh, love. Fuck off. Whoever came up with that shit was woke. Some woke asshole with blue hair, red rimmed glasses, fucking just miserable. Came up with that bullshit. And they drew a little star in between the words and shit just to make it look like real woke and shit, but they did it like in a woke type of aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways to draw a star, you know? They did it the woke way, you know? Like it's some fucking indie pop cartoon or some shit. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. What am I complaining about? I'm picturing some fucking aisle in Target with those stupid signs. Live, laugh, love. Fuck you. Fuck that aisle too in Target. Fuck Target for even selling that shit. All right. For those keeping track, today marks 112 days. I'm blocked on Angel's show. Wow, he's really been counting, man. I remember when it was 59 days. Damn. Time flies when you're blocked in a shit chat. Got a doormat hung up that says, a good neighbor, stay over there. Like a good neighbor, stay over there. Motherfucker. Is Tony Buick or Edwin? Or Edwin? Jesus. I don't know. Tony Buick was very communist the other day. Very communist, I must say. He was reaching maximum peak commie. Commie boy. Your son has Mr. Hanky on the fridge? Is it a stolen refrigerator? Didn't Mr. Hanky steal a refrigerator one time? I don't know. They were giving Buick a hard time yesterday for going on other shows without mentioning specific names. It's a matter of time before beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Jesus, Benny. Is that what it's come to, Benny? Fuck. Shit's hard out there, huh? Pause. Home Depot, huh? Getting reamed behind some fucking plywood at the loading dock where the trucks go. It's behind a stack of pallets and shit. Getting reamed for $5. Guy's got mental issues, man. Goes live and fucking stuffs his face every time. Like, what are you doing? Why? Nobody wants to watch you eat, and you eat like a fucking savage. He's got strips of chicken dribbling down his fucking chin and shit. Eating like a fucking goat. Goat mouth motherfucker, man. Every live, eat, eat, eat. Burger King, Popeyes, this, that. The fuck? Fuck, man. He's got like some type of thyroid thing going on. I don't know. Eating all that shit. Still looks like a fucking rotten seagull and shit. Yeah, you see him? You see how he looks out the windows and shit, fucking looking at every goddamn car passing by like it could be the last moment, you know? The guy's paranoid, driving 80 miles an hour all over the place. He's a fucking, what a joke, man. It's sad, really. It's sad. He thinks that's what gets views and shit. I guess it does get views, but not really in the scheme of things. 1,000 views ain't shit. 2,000, 3,000 ain't shit, man. Still at the bottom of the totem pole. Still ain't winning, man. To real YouTubers, that ain't shit. And what's the point of doing a show, a live stream, and you got a chat that's too afraid to even go in there and say hello because you know everybody's just disgusted with you. You're a fucking embarrassment, you know. So fuck him. I guess he's going live now to talk shit. Fuck him. Fucking weirdo. Everybody would be better off just forgetting about his dumbass. It was, Benny. It was the biggest downfall in the genre. Mr. President. Mr. President. Dwayne says I gotta officially separate myself from Mr. Buick until he starts his show. Oh, you want separate communist propaganda? You don't want to get it here? You want him to expand on his communist propaganda bullshit? Did I say hello to Moochie? Moochie Mooch. Anyone see Putin watching the? Oh yes, I wanted to get into that. Biggie, what up, Biggie? Biggie Smalls, baby, baby. Yeah, that was great, man. I saw the airport, the airstrip, and they had the friggin' F-35s or the F-22 Raptors, whatever. They had four of them parked there as like a backdrop with Air Force One in the background, and then they had the stage right there in the middle. And I thought that was friggin', symbolism in and of itself already, But then he had the fucking flyover when him and Putin were walking over to the stage. That was great. The same B-2 bomber that flew over and bombed fucking Iran, he flew over Putin's head with fighter jets escorting him, showing showing the fucking military might of the United States, reminding him that he's on an American Air Force base, or wherever the hell he was at. And yeah, basically Trump was telling them, "Look, if I wanted you whacked, I could have you whacked right now." Yeah. And Iran had a pact with Russia that we'll sell you these drones and shit, but you got to come to our aid if the United States or Israel ever attacks us. You better come to our aid and help us fight the battle. And when it actually went down, Russia didn't do shit. They stood back and watched Iran fucking blow up to smithereens. So I don't think Iran's too happy with Russia right now. And then Trump flies the same planes that attacked Iran over Putin's head. It's not every day that Putin is walking around with enemy fighters flying above him. So I thought that was a great symbolism. Biden wouldn't have done that. They would have been too scared to offend Putin. We don't want to spike the football. No, spike it. Show the prick. That's what Trump does. He even told the friggin' head of the Taliban, showed him satellite imagery of his compound and said, "We know where you're at. We'll fucking, we'll drop a bomb on you. You fuck around." Yeah. You saw that plane too? That's his presidential plane with some fucking shitty fucking graphics from like 1972 fucking communism. Plane looked like shit. Then you got Air Force One, the size of a fucking city back then. You guys don't give a shit. This is history in the making, man. You're living in the Trump era, boy. That's how it's going to be remembered. The Trump era. For the past 10 years, he's defined American politics, for better or worse. One of the most consequential presidents since, they say Reagan, but I say Lincoln or Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah. Farmer boy. Trump looked bored until Putin said, disband NATO or else. That's what he said. I didn't get to hear the remarks. His phone, I'm having trouble with my phone. What? What up, Steve? Are we going to drop a link? See who wants to come on. Have a nice little Friday night convo. Come on, man. Let's get Dale up here, man. Come on, Dale. Bring your piss jug. Let's go. Russia isn't a strong country. They aren't a strong military or economically as everyone thinks. It's China that's on our coattails. You know, it's China that we really got to worry about. Russia wouldn't be shit without those nukes. They should have never been allowed to get a hold of those nukes. And when we found out they had nukes, we should have nuked them. Put that shit to bed real quick. Now they got more nukes than us. They got the most nukes in the world. That's unnecessary, you know? Communist radicals. Basically organized crime over there. Got nuclear weapons. Should have never been allowed to happen. Only America should have had nuclear weapons. Nobody else. I don't know how we let communists get a hold of this technology. Should have never happened. And now look at the world today. Now you got to deal with this bullshit. Russia throwing its weight around because it's got nukes. You know, even if you defeat them, they'll just drop nukes and destroy the whole world. If Russia can't exist, then the world won't exist. That's their doctrine over there. So you can't even take out their regime. Those assholes got orders to press the button if the regime falls. You believe this shit? Type of fucking responsibility is that? That's not responsibly handling nuclear weapons. Yeah. Putin shrugged his shoulders like I don't know. Now he knows. No, he pretended like he didn't hear her. That's why he was shrugging. He pretended like he didn't hear the question. Yeah, I read about that. Yeah. We'll see what happens though. You heard what Hillary Clinton said? Hillary said if Trump is able to get peace or a ceasefire between, I think she said peace between Ukraine and Russia, that he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. And then Trump said, I might have to start liking her again. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. But yeah, let's hope that they don't scare Buick away, huh? I know Buick's not everybody's cup of tea around here, but we do appreciate them. It'd be a shame if they scared him away, you know? I don't want you going over there anymore. My father. All right, I'm scrolling up. We're scrolling up. We are watching replays of Uncle Edwin making. Oh, Jesus. Please accept my apologies. God damn it. Thank you, Philly. Yeah, hit the like button, Angela. Oh, Dubs is still there? I thought he got kicked to the curb. Thought the JT guy told her, stop bringing this fucking guy on here. I'll be your fucking Huckleberry. Some shit. I hate that saying, too. Such a stupid saying, Huckleberry. Don't ever say the word Huckleberry, please. I'm sorry, but you got the Gotti last name and you're platforming with iDubbbz? I'll never make sense of it, man. I just don't understand. Some things maybe aren't meant to be understood, man. Sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Even Spielberg couldn't come up with that type of shit. I think Casprosa is first in iDubbbz list. Yeah, I think so too. But I'm not. I'm up there though. I'm like number 2 on the list. Like, yo, what the fuck? You think I need this agita? All right, we're scrolling down. Lee slipped and said, "Yeah, Gunsmoke," when she was talking about Buick going on other shows. See, they're trying to sabotage me. See, they see me having fun here. We're having a good time. We're learning about communism, and they're trying to ruin it. I don't hear them complain about Johan. How come they're not complaining about Johan being here, huh? They think they're just going to leave me alone with Johan rubbing his nipples? No. I think hopefully Tony Buick stands strong and, he doesn't fold to the pressure. God damn it, man. They're trying to sabotage my show, you see? How dare you tell people not to come here? How dare you? I don't do that to you. You know? I mean, shit. I should tell people to stop going in there, man. That's what I should do. Don't watch that shit. That's what I should say. I should, but I won't. When people tell me they watch that shit, I just look at them like, I give them a funny look. I try to shame them, but well, they're going to watch what they're going to watch. How dare you tell people not to come on my show or some shit? You don't like that shit? You don't like that shit? What do you give a shit about my show? Can't even get 100 people in here no more. What do you give a shit? Probably on my last legs. I don't know. Barely scraping by the skin of my balls, man. Can't wait for TikTok to be taken over by the United States of America. Try to start over. Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Anyway, I'm just thinking about starting TikTok. My bad. I was having fantasies of being a TikTok star. Yeah. Past my prime. Yeah. Fuck. Oh. Oh, hold on. Who's this? Oh, shit.
What's up, buddy?
Wow, look who it is. Yo, people have been asking
Mm.
about you, man. People were worried
Have
about
they? I was wondering if you forgot about me because it won't let me comment. So if you don't put a link down, I can't catch up with you guys, man. It's
why
crazy.
can't you comment? Bullshit. You're
I
unblocked.
swear on my
You're
life,
not
I'll try to
blocked.
comment. Maybe it's because I'm not a member. I don't know. I got to join. Maybe I don't know. Is that what you
Uh,
think it is?
yeah,
I
probably. I don't
thought I
know,
was a
man.
member, but I mean, my comments came up gray all the time, and then they disappear by the time I scrolled down. I was like, "What the fuck did I do? I thought we were cool."
Yeah,
So I was like,
we
next
we
time I
cool
see a
there.
link on, I'm like, next time I see a link on, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna jump on. What's
Yeah,
happening?
man. No, people been asking about you, man. Like
Good
last
man.
week,
Send my
someone like, what the
love. I
fuck?
like you. I was cracking up at your crowd the other. I was rethinking about something and about how I was telling a story about how I lost my legs and I mean I couldn't walk and I was crawling through my neighborhood and some girl in the audience was like, "Are we just gonna go over the forget about the fact he lost his legs? Like we just continued with the conversation." And I was fucking cracking up at that. I forget who the girl's name was, but it was
I
funny.
kind of remember that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Might
only
have been
talking
Nita
about.
Baby, or might have been
Yeah, I
Roro.
thought. What about Yo? What's up? What's up with him? Her?
Who? Roro or Nita?
I, no, I thought it was like Yo, what's up, or I am what's up. I don't know what the fuck it
I
was.
am. What's up? I don't
I
know
don't
who
know.
the fuck that is.
What do I know?
I am an
I
asshole.
tried to I tried to do. I had some funny, bro. I've been thinking about the past and some crazy stories, so I wanted to do a YouTube page, and I don't have enough, like it needs like 50 followers and this and that and a credit card. So I just like made a video and this 40-minute video. And I don't know if I want to post it to Insta or not because it's like then certain family members might see it. So I might just keep it to myself for a while. But it just tells this crazy story about my first job and how like back then we didn't realize what we were given. But at 15 years old, my first job was at a racquetball club and the guy ran away. The guy who owned it, he owed people money and moved to Florida and shit.
You worked at Highlight?
And no, it wasn't highlight. It was straight up racquetball, right? But it was all gangsters played there. That's how I met the guy Peter Zaccaro that I always told you about that taught me how to grow weed and shit.
Yeah.
And all his friends would come from Howard Beach to play, and then they always had this big Super Bowl thing there because they had a bar with booze upstairs. And and they were good players, and they were a lot of fathers and son teams, and they were all gangsters because the guy who got me a job there, his father was in jail, and he died in jail, and he was on the west side, and he knew all these guys, and all their sons were these big muscular guys, and their fathers were all old time cigar chompers. So my first original job there, my friend called me in 1994 and said, I got a job for you, $10 an hour, bro. You do nothing. You do one vacuum and you hand out towels. But what he didn't tell me for the first week, I'm literally, it's me sitting in a chair, guys coming out of a 2 hour racquetball game, taking a shower, and then putting the thongs on or whatever on their feet, and then coming and grab a towel with their balls in my face all day. And so I'm literally
Jesus.
staring at, wait, it gets better. So I'm
What kind
staring
of
at
job
cock
was
for like
that?
2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm staring at cock for like 2 hours a day, handing out towels and fucking. I got
Oh,
the vacuum. It's the craziest shit in the world.
that
And
was your first job?
that was my first job. But look, I'll
Oh
tell you
my
about my
God.
second job in a minute. But wait, let me tell you what happened to this job. I was able to do a 40-minute video just now about this job because what happened was I was also selling a lot of pot and all this shit, and we just had started carrying guns and shit, and it was like we were just starting to really get into that type of life. So when the guy fled to Florida, he's like, "Listen, there's a couple grand in cash in the safe. Work here till it you could pay yourselves and then bounce and take the put leave the key on the thing." So we ended up being given like a social club almost. Me and my friends. First of all, we became animals at racquetball. We played all day, every day. We had a place now to stash all our guns in the lockers, all our weed, all our bags, all everything we needed. And we had these three regular people that worked upstairs, and we stopped charging all the gangsters. They used to come in and say, It's on the arm, and they wouldn't pay anymore. We didn't give a fuck. But it was funny. Me and my friend Ronnie, whose father's the one who passed away in jail from the Genovese score. Me and him walked. We were so young and dumb that we didn't think anything of it. The first Saturday we were alone, we walked up to this nice kid Evan who went to school with us and was terrified of us. And I'm like, listen, Evan, in about an hour there was about 11 grand in the cash in the safe. So I'm like, yo, in about an hour, call 911 and tell them two black dudes came in here and put a gun to your head and whatever. And me and my boy Ronnie took the 11 grand and we wanted to buy a couple pounds of weed or something. So so it happens, and he go the helicopters and the fucking it was in the newsday and all that shit. So we go back to the kid. We're like, "Yo, good job, bro," whatever. And then so the next Saturday came, and we just weren't even thinking. We ran. It back then it was very important in Long Island to have a payphone with a callback number, and there was one inside there, which was key. And it also had pinball machines. So we robbed the pinball machine guy and threw him out, and he came and yelled at us. And the payphone guy, we kept robbing all the quarters. And then by the time the next Saturday came, we did it again. We're like, "Yo, Evan." He's like, "What, man?" I'm like, "Yo." And he was a Greek guy. His name was Evan Angeles. And "Yo, in about an hour, call the cops and tell them two black guys came in and fucking pulled the gun on you." And he's like, "No fucking way, man. Don't make me do it." And then we ended up not even having the cash to do it because we wouldn't have been able to sustain the place. So we decided not to do it. But it's just when you're young, you're so stupid. Like we would have been so caught eventually, like within a. But this place was great. It had a tanning bed, and we got like almost a year out of it
Damn.
um, until the cops shut the doors down. They put that yellow sign, C of O sign on the thing.
You had
But
a pinball machine in there,
we had many pinball machines, and we
and you
had
had a tanning booth. You had a tanning
a
booth.
tanning bed. A
Oh
tanning
my god.
bed. We had a whole room that was just a tanning bed, and it's funny. The first time I got arrested for selling back then. I was so young that they couldn't arraign me. They had to release me on station house bail. So
Oh, you're
my
nine
mother
years
had to.
old.
No, I was 16. But my mother had to come. I was in high school. My mother had to come, and she gave $750 cash. It was called cash
Damn.
bail to the sheriff or whatever, the
Yeah.
lieutenant, and it was called station house bail. That's what it was called. And
That's yeah. It's called a
and
shakedown. That's what it's called.
yeah, we never got it back. But she on the way home, she said. She's hysterical crying, saying, "There's a rumor around your high school that you owe the mob hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're getting phone calls already." And I'm like, listen, I'm like, all you need to do, this is the first time in my life I had to think about survival. I'm like, all you need to do is get me to the house, all right? And then take me to Nathan's. Oceanside had a really big Nathan's, like second to Coney Island style. And so she took me to my room and she watches me take out 10 pounds of heat sealed weed out of this hiding spot. And she just started having a nervous breakdown, hysterical crying. This was $5,000 weed. This was serious weed. And I did owe a lot of money on it. So I didn't know what to do because I owed a whole bunch of people money and the cops took a lot of shit. So,
Yeah.
they took a whole bunch of pounds. So I didn't know who to pay and who blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, Ma, take me to the Nathan's was so big. The entrance had game room, and then there was a restaurant after the game room, and then it went out to the main road. And guess what was right across the street from the main road? The
Dunkin'
racquetball place.
Donuts. Oh.
No, the racquetball place. So this was my plan. I went in. I gave the guy I knew. I grew up there, so I knew the change guy that gave everyone quarters for the games. And I had him put my blue duffel bag with the 10 pounds in the closet. And I went. I knew I was meeting Pete as a Carol,
He
and he
taught
was
you how
my
to grow
first.
weed, right?
Yeah, he taught
Was
me
it good
everything.
weed?
The best ever, bro. Yo, we had to staple and tape the bag, a 20 bag, and it stunk up your whole apartment complex, bro.
Damn. Smoking
It was
skunk.
called
Huh?
It was he called it hydro, but the seed strain was like Sensi seed Big Bud, and
Anything that
also
wasn't regs, we called hydro back in the day. Yeah,
well, exactly. He just happened to use a water effort indoor, so he was allowed to call it hydro because I saw his water system.
it's
But
fucking
I will
hydro.
say it was once I learned about seeds, it was a Sensi seed Big Bud or a New York
Sensi
Sleep Eagle.
seeds. Yeah.
And he, like I said, he wouldn't sell wholesale. He said, "Why am I going to sell $5,000 a pound when I could get 13,000 in 20 bags?" And he taught me how to do that and build a whole crew. But here's the crazy part: he was the first person I had to meet out of the three people I now owed over $10,000 to. Each one of them back in the '90s, everything was on consignment. It was on the front because we were all in high school. I didn't have money to re-up and shit. So I'm like, yo, like I was still driving a bicycle. So I'm like, so I went in and first person I had to sit down with was him, and he already had my file in his hand from the arrest, and he goes, listen, at least you didn't rat me out. He's like, I'm still pissed at you that you're working with other people and not just me. But how about this? I waived the 17. I owed him 17,000. I owed him the most. I said, he goes, I'll waive the 17,000 you owe me, and we'll get you started in a few weeks. Lay low and hang out. And if anyone fucks with you, let me know. It was the first time he was ever nice to me. He's been threatening me and bullying me for months. And I was almost cried in his arms. I was like, oh my God, thank you. So now I hear from my beeper and from the grapevine and Nathan's that, I'm done with him. But remember I told you I had that best friend Bishop, the guy who was like Tupac in the
Yeah,
movie.
I remember that.
He was my best friend from kindergarten, but what happened was he didn't like that I was double dipping either because he thinks I took his connect, but he just really wanted the name, and I didn't care about the name. I just wanted the money. So I was still giving him envelopes and doing all the work, but he still got jealous. So meanwhile, and next thing you know, he's coming after me, he's threatening my parents and shit. So now I'm in a predicament because me and my whole crew lived within like 10 streets of the racquetball club, and I ran out. I had to decide if I'm going to get back in my mother's car with this 10 pounds and, you know, or I'm going to run to unique racquetball and make a plan and be a man and figure out, that survival of the fittest. I can't have no money, in this world, obviously, because it was the first day. It was the first wake up call I ever learned that money talks and bullshit walks. Because all these years I'm running around, they're calling me in the newspaper after that arrest, the biggest drug dealer on the South Shore of Long Island. And guess what? I had no money I didn't have any stacks. I had money for anything I needed, but, I wasn't stacking or nothing. So I started really becoming greedy after that and watching my money. And I won't say greedy, I'll say frugal. And
Frugal. Yeah.
yeah,
Cheap.
I
Cheap
can't see
ass.
I can't see what anyone's writing. So let me know if I have to respond to any
No, you're
questions.
good.
And
No, you don't have to respond to
uh,
nothing. Don't worry about
uh,
the chat.
uh, because I didn't expect to come
They're
on. I don't
enjoying
have my
it. No,
glasses.
they're enjoying the
Uh,
mob content. Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. So here's the crazy part. Now just to explain to you what my crew was in Oceanside in Nassau County in Long Island, right? We were basically like 40 kids who grew up in the same elementary school area right by the racquetball club in Nathan's. Nathan's was our hangout as a kid.
Damn.
They had a car show every Tuesday night, a motorcycle show every Thursday night.
Chili cheese
Um,
dogs? Any chili
and
cheese
yeah,
dog?
back then it was on over there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then someone got killed over there, and they sold it to Buffalo Wild Wings. But
Damn.
but wait, so we were all like, we didn't call each other a mob, or like we didn't call each other captains or this and that, but we knew what we were. Like we had a boss, and we had like a type of underboss guy, and then there were like 10 of us, which included me, that was on like we were like a council, we called it, and it would have been the equivalent of being like a captain in a mob. You know what I mean? It wasn't a real thing though. It wasn't spoken about. It was just you knew not to fuck with us, or like everybody knew like that those guys worked for me and don't fuck with them. And like I mean, it was so serious that I didn't go to college over it because I was scared people were gonna steal my guys. You had workers working for you, you had a crew. So like all my best friends were on this thing called the council, and then we all had our workers or whatever. So now I had to choose. Now I grew up with all these people I grew up with since kindergarten, and I'm sitting in unique racquetball. My mother now, picture what she thinks. She thinks I'm dead. She thinks someone just cut my body up in Nathan's, and I'm in being flushed down the toilet. She's literally having a. She had a TIA stroke, by the way, over this, and
Yeah,
it's some. It's why I did this video I'm telling you about because
yeah.
it's something I never talked about, and I'm very vulnerable about it. But she had a stroke waiting out there. I was a missing person for 28 days, and my mother had a mother's intuition that I was dead, and mothers think they know things like that, and she did believe I was dead, but I was just a missing person to the cops because this rumor went around that I owed the mob money. My mother told the story of me going into Nathan's, never coming back. My boy at the change counter never he covered my tracks. So boom, next thing you know, I'm in the tanning salon, the tanning room of Unique Racquetball, and I'm getting a tan. That's how I'm thinking what to do next in the tanning bed. And to this day, I've never gotten a tan again. It gives me anxiety. Tanning beds over there. And so I'm in the tanning bed, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do because now I had to be very careful who to pick to trust because I literally had guys calling my parents for the 10 grand. And this other crew was looking, thinking there was weed still left over. And then this other crew said they were owed 12 grand. And all of a sudden, everyone wanted a piece, right? But what I was really worried about was this Bishop kid, because even though he was my best friend since kindergarten, he was capable. He's got bodies. Like he's no joke. And he was my real worry. So, um, I didn't know who I can trust because nobody understood that I couldn't trust him because he always had my back. He was my bulldog. He was my killer. He was my, you fuck with me, you got to fuck with him type shit, and all of a sudden now he's the one I don't trust. So I either could find a low level person and see if I can trust them by controlling them because now I decided the score is this. I have 10 pounds of weed that I can break up, and if I get 12,000 at each batch, you're talking about $112,000 at 15, 16 years old. Now I'm on another level. So now I'm thinking
Baller.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm thinking like that. I'm on a now. I just went from like a Long Island like Herbie hippie type kid, and now I'm a gangster, like street dude
Wow.
right
From a
away. Like
hippie to a
literally,
gangster.
it
There's
happened.
another
It
guy who did that
happened
too. Yeah.
it happened just in that meeting with Peter Zaccaro where he gave me a pass on the money. I said, you know what, fuck it. Because everyone else was ganging up on me, acting all gangster, all the Long Island kids, and the real killers gave me a pass because Peter Zaccaro would have killed all these people. So I'm looking for my vape. I just dropped it. Hold on.
It's
So,
lucky you didn't get whacked out there, man.
you don't even know. So what happened was I had to decide who I can trust. And if I turn back the clock and I told any of my friends or whoever I was with, if I, who I picked, it would not be the person I picked. But it ended up being a good pick because later on, when my best friend got murdered, who was the first one to rat? The kid who I picked, whose house.
Damn.
So the reason I didn't pick anyone lower than me that worked for me that I could trust in my crew was because I knew they all lived with their parents. That's how young we were, and I knew they weren't ready for what was about to happen. I'm talking cars were driving up and down the streets of my town looking for me, knocking on doors of all my old friends' hangouts, looking everywhere, and everyone's offering everyone a cut of money to find me and this and that. And I mean, it was so I knew I'm gonna put this kid's life in jeopardy if the second they threaten his mother or father, he's going to rat me out where I am. Oh, he's right upstairs. Go get him or whatever. Or the mother's going to have a fit. He's upstairs. So I had to pick somebody whose mother was cool. So one of my friend's mother worked at Long Beach Hospital and used to bring us home fentanyl lollipops. And she was kind of cool. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna. And this kid lived like 3 blocks from where I grew up. And I'm like, you know what? I have no choice. He's the only one gangster enough. And what's the worst he could do? I mean, he can't rob me. As long as the money to me was more important, I was willing to die for the money at that point. I had a whole new. When I heard the kind of people that I thought were my friends that were coming after me over this money and like took basically, my trust, and then like took people that were older than me, offering them money to find out where I am, and said okay, and took a roll of quarters from them and said we'll call you as soon as we find them, and actually looked. It wasn't a rumor. These people were actually looking for me for them. So when I found that out, it was like kill or be killed, because I ended up going to a friend of mine's house. So he has the same last name you see on the screen right here. That's all I'll say about him. And he hid me in his closet because his living girlfriend, her mother was an NYPD lieutenant that just shot herself in the head. So they're busy dealing with funerals and shit. And I'm like, yo, can you handle some heat for a few days, and you want to make a score? And he said, why? What do you got? And he knew me. He knew I was secretly like,
Full
I
of
was
shit.
the
Yeah.
I was that quiet kid that didn't want beef, but I had the scores ready. But I didn't want to put like I believe that the loudest one in the room was the weakest one in the room. I always believed that, and I was always quiet. And there was a Beastie Boys song that went, I'm that kid in the corner, and they used to always say that about me. And
Beastie
and then
Boy.
and then they nicknamed me the Chin, because I used to be that like low key and act fucking bananas. So and I told you about my psych wards and shit last time I was with you, but um, the uh, the crazy part is he ended up keeping it real. We bagged that shit the fuck up. I kept all
Yeah.
my people online, but I lived in his closet, so I would hear all day long this poor kid's door was getting knocked on, and first it was my mother going, "Is my son dead? Please tell me." That's how fast my town a
Wow.
rumor went around. All I did was walk to his house at 3 in the morning, and somehow people
Shit.
knew I was at his house, but they couldn't prove it. And he stood his ground. No one else would have stood their ground against these people like he did. So we were practically freshmen, and these big seniors that I owed money to, they were going, well, we're gonna have the gangsters. I'm not gonna name their names because they're nobodies now. They're like union guys and bullshit guys, but back then they were gangsters around here. And they built these shopping centers, and they all had cranes behind all the shopping centers and were big time construction guys. And they were all knocking on my boy's door going, yo, if he's here, just let us know, give us a wink. And I'm in the closet not knowing if he's giving him a wink, and I'm holding a 38. By this time, he had a lot of guns in his house. I'm holding a 38 Beretta, and I'm going, yo, I don't know if this guy's going to give me up right now with a wink. Plus, I hear my mother crying, that I'm dead and this and that. Then the cops are coming because my mother said he's hiding me and she wants his mother arrested. Can they search the house? So they search the house, the cops. So I drew so much heat to this kid's house. But to this day, he says, yo, you built this house. And he hugs me about it because we did a $120,000 score behind everyone's back and under everyone's nose. And finally, and then especially what got me mad was all the friends I grew up with that were looking for me, that turned their back on me. They were like, yo, is he here? You could wink to me, and I heard all these people. And one of them saying, oh, I'm going to go get 10 grand from his mother right now, and taking advantage of my poor mother who thought I was dead. And that's the kid Bishop that I told that I'll never fucking forgive. And to
Yeah.
this day, he's the last on my vendetta list. I don't give a fuck. I hope that kid fucking drops. I don't hope nothing, but I just don't. I'll never forgive him for that. And so what happened was, finally we did it. We got rid of everything. I had one last meeting at Unique Racquetball behind it in the back. And my friend whose house I stayed at, my last name here, he had a black 300ZX back then. They were real popular. And the two door, the Nissan 300s,
Oh,
you know what I'm
does it
talking
mean
about?
a 3000 Nissan? Wait, the Nissan 3000s? Was that a
Yeah, the
Nissan?
ZX, I think.
No, that
Yeah,
was
they were.
Mitsubishi. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Mitsubishi. My bad.
No, it's a Nissan. It was two door and it was real high
Oh, the
bar back
little joint,
then.
the little
Yeah,
hatchback.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew
If
motherfuckers
you
with
wanted to
that.
sit in the back seat, you went in the trunk. Yeah,
Yeah, there
exactly.
was no backseat.
And
Yeah,
and
little
so
shit
he had
box.
one of those, and it had kind of a
They were
loud engine.
fast.
They
Yeah,
were fast as fuck, and we, that those are the cars me and him stayed partners for years, and we used to go to the city, and together in those cars, and it was fun because he had the roofs came off, so on the sides of each door, and so it was fun going over the bridges and shit. But real quick to end the story, the I'm on my last on the 28th day. We're down to our last maybe half a pound of weed, which was worth after we bagged it up. We were just going to hook this kid. His name was Eric Lepari. I'll never forget it. I said, you know what? He stuck with us. He didn't rat me out. He stayed loyal, sold all this shit for us. And we were going to hit him off for like $2,500. I had like over a half a pound in my thing for him. He was going to double, triple his money off it, whatever we were doing. It was down my pants. Back then, everything went down your pants. And as we pull out of the driveway, it was literally like that scene from Goodfellas. There's helicopters everywhere, two
wait,
guns
everything went down
on
in your
me.
pants.
No, yeah, I had a half pound in my pants, broken up into 20, and it was down my pants, like literally, like, you know what I
Damn.
mean? Because back then there was a thing in the 90s where that's where they couldn't circuit balls. They didn't want to circuit ball sometimes, and you got away with it, or you shoved it up your ass. But whatever, I just had nowhere else to hide a half a pound. I didn't have a pocket big enough, so I ended up putting putting it down my pants. We pull out of his driveway, helicopters, two guns to each of our heads, my parents, my uncles, my sisters, every single family member I had. Because remember, this is how young I was, that it was still a missing person, a missing child case in Long Island. You know what I mean? It still
Damn.
didn't, like, people still didn't get like what was going on, which was good for me. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you why. So the cops immediately went to handcuff my friend and search him. And my dad, who's a G, I'll give him that. He hates my guts since I became a junkie, but he's a G motherfucker, and he ran over to the cops and goes, "Take those fucking cuffs off him. He didn't do nothing wrong except protect my son and hide my son. I'm from the streets too. I know what he did. He wasn't abating a fugitive or any of this bullshit." And he got, to this day, my boy always says, "Your dad's a gangster. He got me out of trouble, man." He said, because my friend had a lot of warrants and probations, and they found a dead body in his house. I could give you a link to an article, or you could Google something where you'll see they found a dead body in his couch once later on in life. And so my dad got him out of trouble, and the cops with me, it was all about, "Are you okay? We heard you were kidnapped. Did the mob get you? What crime family was it? Did they take you to Brooklyn or Queens?" And I said, "No, it wasn't anything, man. I just was scared of being grounded, this and that." But the funny part is the cop drove me 3 blocks home in the back seat of his car while he was asking me these questions. Now I had just got arrested with about 8 pounds a month ago, remember? And I now have a half a pound still down my pants, and I'm in his back seat, and shit stinks. And he's asking me if I'm okay and if I was kidnapped and all this shit. And I'm just going, "Oh my God, am I going to get arrested right now?" And all he cared about was my mother, because he saw how sick I got my mother. She could barely walk. She was in a wheelchair. I literally, I practically killed my mother with this.
Oh
And
my
he's like,
god.
"You better," he was yelling at me. He was a fellow, Italian. And he said, "Yo, you better get your shit together, boy. I don't give a fuck. Who do you think you are?" He's like, "You ain't shit out here in the
You
real
get your
streets. You
shit
think
together,
you're,"
boy.
he's like,
You're
you
Italian.
think, he told me straight up, he's like, "You think you're tough because you're a fucking big shot in Long Island, bro? You're fucking bugging. I know places where they'll bury your body and never hear from you again." This cop was getting all gangster on me, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
you thought
"Yo."
you were a big shot. Yeah.
So yeah, so I walked in my house, and just immediately before everyone started hugging me, because I got a big family, I had to get upstairs and hide the shit before everyone started smelling it. So I made it to my room, I hid the shit. Next thing you know, it's a la da. I ended up having to go to court. It was my first. I got a youthful offender, but I did get 5 years in jail, and they wouldn't let me
Damn.
take they took away my permit and wouldn't let me go for my driver's license. They wouldn't let me go to spring break or college for the first 2 years. Um, but those days were so crazy that even my probation officer, I just kept right going because the probation officers all went to the same towns back then. So when we had this guy Weinstein, and he would come to Oceanside, and I remember his first stop. There was a certain way you would go coming from Mineola, where
I love
their office
Oceanside.
was. So yeah, oh, this is great. So the phone call chain would start, and for anybody who would be home, he'd be like, "Yo, Weinstein's in town. He's doing a P test at Danny's house." Okay, no problem. Danny's father.
He's in
So
town. He's taking a
everybody
P
would start
test.
hiding their shit, yeah, and boom, boom, boom. And I was still getting prickweed in the mail that fit under your drawers. So he would lean on my
Wait,
floor.
what? Prickweed?
No, brick,
Oh,
Mexican
brickweed.
brick,
Oh,
like brown, yeah.
and it fits under
So
your drawers.
it would fit under the bottom of your drawers, and you could pull your drawer out, and your dresser drawer.
Oh,
So, and it had no smell because it was garbage. It was sticks and seeds.
garbage.
So
Selling
the
haraka,
garbage. I don't even think they didn't
selling
exist.
Regs,
That
huh?
that doesn't even exist anymore.
Nah,
This is
yeah,
just
selling
like
Reggie. Yeah,
it was just for the leftover people that wouldn't pay premium prices when the good weed was invented by people like Peter Zucchero. And I literally say invented because there was nothing like it when he came around until he
and
came around with that.
there's not even a statue or a signpost
I know
commemorating
nothing
that
for
man.
this guy. Columbus gets fucking a day off of school, and
Yeah,
this guy's called
and
a
who got
rat because he's in the
Zucca?
witness protection.
Yeah,
Disgrazia.
it's sad.
But so that's my unique racquetball story. I hope you liked it.
That was
And
awesome, man. Yeah,
yeah, but what I did to my mother was terrible. And I forgot to finish my sentence. I think I told you I got youthful offender 5 years, blah blah blah. But it led to me meeting my lawyer, who became my lawyer for like 10 more criminal cases. And I went down in history as the only person to ever be fired and get in a fight, not a physical fight, a verbal fight with his attorney in Nassau County Court, because he kept trying to explain to me in a case I caught years later, with my two co-defendants. One's name was Filippo Califano, and one's name was Ronnie Maselli. Yeah, right. That both of them were gangster motherfuckers, right?
yeah.
And I had to be very careful because we were now indicted together in an assault case. And I'm like, yo, uh, I'm not ratting this one out. I'm telling my attorney, he's like, yo, flush this guy down the toilet. They don't want this. They don't want you or Ronnie. Because me and Ronnie were best friends. Filippo was a guy just kissing Ronnie's ass because he used to drive his father around. They owned a strip club in the area. And so sure enough, I'm like, no way, there's a code in the streets. He would never do that. So next thing you know, I get a phone call from my attorney, and he's like, yo, Ronnie flipped on him. He's like, he left your name out of it, but he sent me in the mail what the statement Ronnie made, and he did flip on him. And I'm like, yeah, but Ronnie's protected by his dad. That's why he flipped on him. Meanwhile, this guy Filippo never once showed up to court. Never did a thing. He ended up being the only one who won trial. Like he actually beat the case when me and Ronnie are sitting there dealing with all this shit. And it was because we got in these fight with these two kids and whatever. This guy Phil was nuts. He knew judo or some shit, and he did this roundhouse kick and knocked both brothers out at the same time. And we all got arrested for it. And so finally he gives me the statement to read, and he goes, we're finishing this case today, blah blah blah. And in the statement he snuck in uh a sentence that said, I saw Phil Califano kick the guy, blah blah blah. And I looked at him before finishing the sentence, and I ripped it up, and rolled it in a ball, and I threw it at my lawyer. And I'm like, Richie, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. Well, we were on first name basis by this time. We were very close. And I'm like, I'm going to kick your fucking ass, bro. I told you. He's like, Russell, there's no code in the honor, blah, blah, blah. There's no code of the streets no more, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Somebody tell this fucking kid the streets are done, blah, blah, blah. So sure enough, I go see my friend Joe Romeo. His father was like a town, gangster. If you needed
He
a
went
loan,
Nino Brown on your ass.
yeah. So no, I go see him, and I told him what happened because I got arrested with his son too, and he goes to my mother at the arraignment. He goes, "Damn, why are they so hard on your son?" Because I was the only one with this crazy record, and they got us good with him. I got arrested in a bad one with his son too. So when I went to see his father one day, I'm like, "Yo, what do you think I should do with this fucking Phil guy?" And he's like, "That crackhead motherfucker, Phil Califano." He's like, "Flush him down the fucking toilet. Make the
Wow.
statement, asshole." Yeah, and I'm like, "Yo, these streets are really over." And sure enough, later in life, that guy ended up cooperating and marrying the head of the organized crime task force that arrested him. How crazy that is!
Wow.
But
He married into
that's
the
when I
feds.
noticed there was no more code in the streets. But I
Yeah.
just and what's funny is now if you Google Filippo Califano, he's a cooperator, but he kept selling heroin to little kids that were dying in Oceanside. So his neighbor made a billboard for all the houses, and if you Google his name, Califano Oceanside, you'll see that they made a plaque for the houses for him to put on everybody's roof saying, "Don't let him become a CI and get away with 2 years for murdering all these girls." He was selling like 18-year-old. He's like 80. He's like 60 years old, and he was selling like 18-year-old girls like fentanyl and shit, and they were dying, and they let him be a
Oh my
CI.
God.
And it's so crazy how life works out, man.
What
But
the
that's
fuck?
that's all. I don't mean to bore
Yeah.
your
No, they love it,
people right
man.
now. I
They
can't see anything. I don't know if anyone's fucking with me or not.
no, they love the mob content, man. Who's that guy in
Yeah.
the hoodie standing behind you? Is that your friend?
Where? There's nobody
Guy
here.
right behind you. There's a guy standing right
Uh-oh.
behind you.
There's a guy right behind me. I'm in fucking trouble, bro. Let me tell you something. Hold on. What do we got?
Oh, he's gone now. I don't know. He was just standing. He waved and shit. He was just
Get the
staring
fuck
at
out
you.
of here. Are you
Black
kidding me?
hoodie.
He waved?
He waved and shit.
If he waved, it was my neighbor, but uh,
I don't know. I couldn't see
you
his
know,
face. It was just like a dark hoodie and shit. Kind of.
it's interesting here. I live in a bat cave. There is not one DoorDash or Uber person that can find my address, and I set it up purposely that way because in the front they're all apartments, but and so people think I'm one of the apartments, but I really have this ranch style place in the back here.
Nice.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you could see it without the light,
Nice brickwork. I like that. Yeah.
but
Colonial
my
style.
neighbor, but it's all cambered out. I don't know if you could see. And my neighbor here is cool. I went to high school with him, so he knows fucking. He's cool with me. He
He's
knows
not
I'm not.
racist, is he?
No, why would he be
Oh, okay.
racist?
No, I'm just asking. I don't know.
The
Oceanside. I
actual
don't.
the actual front of the building I'm in. I don't want to sound racist now, but the actual front of the building that I'm in is it's some kind of mental health program where they only pay like 25% of their disability checks. And I know this because of the neighbor that I just told you about that I went to high school with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see. Uh, Ask him about the dumped body on Lake Street in Oceanside in 1998.
John Kane, that's one of the murders. That's the murder I was talking about. Are you talking about Lake Street in East Rockaway and Jewett? Or
No, in Oceanside.
when, well, you got to, well, all right, I need some more info because there's a few. Um, because that was my time. That's when I knew everybody. There's John Kane was murdered by Fat John Yorfiero and Joe Duncan, and he was murdered in Oceanside, but they drove his body to East Rockaway and dumped it in Hewlett in a red Eclipse. Then there was something in Island Park, which people think is Oceanside too, where there was something gambling thing going on, and somebody dropped somebody over there too. And then if the Lake Street is that small ass street by the old Waffle House and the TD Bank, that was just they found like a body in the trunk. I don't know anything about that if that's what he's talking about. But I'm curious to know which one he's talking about because there were a few murders at that time.
Damn. So Oceanside was bad in the 90s?
No, it was just yeah, it was just a bunch of guys that thought they were gangsters that ended up their fathers all were gangsters because they moved to a better tax bracket after they named money in better schools. And like Fat Johnny, for example, the guy who killed John Kane, the kid I'm talking about, he uh in all the newspaper articles he kept saying this was not mob related, and everybody's like, why the fuck is it keep saying it's not mob related? And it was over a couple pounds of weed. We all know what went on because the kid in the back seat, Joe Duncan, became state's evidence. So, and I went to visit Joe Duncan in jail because this hot girl wanted to go see him. So I took her, and he told me the whole story because I knew him my whole life. He actually lived at the house when I just told you I was on the run for 28 days. He was living
Yeah.
at that house. So he knows me very well. So I got the real scoop. And he didn't know that he was going to body the guy like that. So he ratted him out immediately and got Dominic Barber as his lawyer. And he got 9 years. And Fat John, he got 18 to life. But what people didn't know was, and people are misquoting a lot of this, Jeff Nadeau being one, is the owner of Arc Plumbing Supplies. Um, there's a lot of different names. They keep saying these guys, the Garino brothers, were involved in that, which is true. But there's also a family, guy named Orfiero is his last name, as the owner, and that's the place John Gotti always said he did his taxes as a plumbing supply salesman, and his name was Orgy Orfiero, and that was my boy Fat Johnny's father. So that's why I kept saying it wasn't mob related, in case people knew that little detail. But not many people knew that except me and like one of my friends. But I mean, I'm talking about this was such a blatant murder that we were all hanging out at the beach and they killed them and came right to the beach with blood on their shoes and smoked all the weed. I'm not kidding. They smoked
Did
all
they
the weed.
wash? Did they wash the blood off in the ocean?
Bro, they didn't even go near the ocean. They went to the boardwalk. They started rolling up blunts for
Under the
everybody out of the weed they smoked.
boardwalk. Oh, what the fuck happened? He pressed the wrong button. Under the boardwalk with his schlong in James' mouth. Under the boardwalk. Damn. Hold on, let me drop a link for him, man. He hit the wrong button, man. Those stories were good, man. We're giving you real mob content here tonight. Hold on. There we
Yo.
go. Yeah.
So the next day, we had a pizza place. My friend's father in Rockville Center, which is where Fat Johnny lived. And sure enough, we were delivering pizza to undercovers all day. They were doing surveillance on his house, waiting for the warrant, and they put him away for murder immediately. I mean, it was insane. And the kid who got killed was a very prominent kid. I have stories with him too. I happen to not like the kid who died, but he was a very prominent in the Jewish community of Long Island, and his company did bar mitzvahs for a living. They were called dazzling parties. They were like a DJ and like a whole like
Sounds
thing. I
woke.
don't know. I don't know
Dazzling.
what dazzling parties. I don't know about woke. This is fucking 1998. I don't know if anyone knew what woke was, but he was a prick. And me and my friend, and a small world. Me and my friend Bishop, we bribed him, the kid who got murdered, like a week earlier to drive us to a Grateful Dead concert while we were eating acid at Nassau Coliseum. And we were tripping balls, and that's the last time I saw the kid alive. But yeah,
Man.
that's. But the guy who asked about the murder on Lake Street, did he say anything else?
No. There's
No,
another guy who wants to know if you knew Peter Pasta.
no, he's out east in Suffolk County. He was out east. I only know him from the television show Kitchen Nightmares, and that's it really. I guess you could say I had a very small link to him because I knew there was a guy I knew out there out east in Suffolk and Babylon area that
Not Tony
he
Pizza.
no, his father was like a boss and he died of a heart attack at a young age. I think Joel Waverly was his father's name, and I met him once or twice at a card game, and that was it. I had no real links to them. They were older than me and more gangster than me. I was a street guy. I wasn't a mafia guy.
Oh.
I just knew a lot of mafia people, but I definitely did not know Peter Pasta. But I enjoyed watching that show, Kitchen Nightmare.
They're saying he's a capo regime now in Ridgewood.
I heard that, but who knows what's true with this YouTube genre? Honestly, one of the funniest shows I watch right now on TV is Gene and Hootie, bro. Those guys make me crack up.
Yeah, I thought they were
I'm
funny.
not
Now
sure.
they're taking it too far now.
Are they? Why? What are they doing?
Yeah,
I didn't see them in a
no, they're
while. What
talking
are they
shit
doing?
about one of my friends. So you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, it's all
I
right.
didn't
It's all
mean
right.
to.
You
I
didn't
didn't
know. You
mean
didn't
to.
know. It's all right.
I didn't. I didn't mean to like plug them on your
No,
show.
no, it's all right. Look, they're already out there. It's
They just they just remind me of like me if I ran into like the one friend I had left from the old neighborhood that's not dead or in jail. Like we would
yeah,
crack up, and that's all. And it just for one, 2 or 3 shows, they just really made me laugh. And they mentioned a lot of people I knew because my first wife was from Ozone Park, and Gina knew her, very well, and the diner they all hung out at, and so I also have a lot of links to them. So,
yeah.
whatever.
No, I get it.
But
No, look,
yeah,
they're a couple of assholes from Queens. It's
yeah.
relatable. I get it.
But they,
I'm
they
from
brought
Queens
up
too.
a
Yeah,
thing that not many people know about. A good friend of mine, Joey Myers from Queens, he got in a fight at Mateo's restaurant,
yeah,
and he didn't do anything wrong. So they offered him probation. He didn't take it. Blah blah blah. He ended up covering for some merely made guys. His bitch girlfriend was my first wife's best friend. They purposely had kids at the same time so they could grow up together. Now they hate each other. But
yeah.
uh, it turns out because his fingerprint was on the guy's car and he was an off-duty cop, they slammed him with 18 years because he went to trial.
Damn,
And they brought him up on Gene's show. They asked him about it, and Gene actually knew exactly what the deal and was like, "It was Christiane who did it." And I was like, I can't believe he knew that because I'm one of the only people that know that. And like he did 18 years for Christiane, and then Christiane left him and married someone else and lives in
that's
Long
fucked
Island
up.
right now.
That's
Yeah,
fucked
it's
up.
fucked up.
Hold
What
on,
else?
Gordino. Thank you, Gordino. Uh, this other guy wants to know. Ask him about Jonathan Kane killed in 1999 in Oceanside.
That's the story I just been telling you. The Jewish
Yeah,
guy, dazzling parties. Yeah, so Jonathan Kane was the guy I went to the Grateful Dead shows with. He did the bar mitzvahs for everyone. He was a musclehead. He lived right next door to my girlfriend at the time, who was murdered as well. Um, and
wait. Hold on.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
had a girlfriend that was murdered?
yeah. So okay, my high school sweetheart for 8 years was stolen from me by one of my guys. Um, And if you want to Google right now, anybody, Astoria, Queens, Tara Hawes murder, Hawes, you'll see the girl I was going to marry, and she was beaten to death in her sleep. And he left her body there while he Googled how to get rid of the smell. And he was texting her pet family saying she was sick and just sat there with her dead body for days. And that picture of her that you'll see that was her, and then you'll see a picture of him using her ATM to get money. That's the photo they released of him because he went on the run, and they found him at a truck stop in Connecticut. He's a little pussy boy. I used to get fucking packages from Cali sent to his house, his parents' house, and fucking 100 pounds of weed in it and shit. He's a little faggot, but he killed this girl in her sleep with a baseball bat, and
Wow.
you know. And then what's crazy is her parents asked me to protect her little brother, who is now the only kid they had left. And I brought her little brother to a party in the hood in Hempstead, if anyone knows Long Island.
Yeah.
And something happened. My wife found me on Find a Phone. I was on Terrace Avenue, and she said, "You better get home." And I said, "Yo, Jared." That was the little brother's name. I said, "I gotta go. I'll pick you up in the morning because I see you with this girl. I'm not gonna make you leave now. Wait, call me when you're ready to leave. I'll be waking up. It'll be like 9 a.m." Boom, never heard from him again. Next day, his mother called me, said some hooker took him to a fucking emergency room and left him on the bench and ran away. And he died. And I fucking took a lot of heat for that one.
Yeah.
But back to the John Kane thing.
Wow.
The person who asked about that? That was a brutal murder. They went to score some. They went to score a couple pounds of Cali Humboldt weed, couple grand a pound, but it was all a robbery. Fat Johnny was living Al Pacino life by then. He woke up to sugar bowls of cocaine. He was selling scripts of diazepam. He was doing all right, and he had the
He
coolest
was
mother
doing
in
all
the
right.
world.
Yeah.
His mother. We come home at like 3 in the morning. His mother would be like, "You guys want some burgers?" And she'd cook us some fucking burgers, and she was. It was just
Jesus.
he was just whatever. But he ended up taking Joe Duncan. They were best friends. They were on mushrooms and Special K, and they went to meet the kid in his red Eclipse, his little fucking faggot car. Because I hate the kid who died too. And they went to meet the kid, and he didn't produce enough, as much pot as expected. And also, what they didn't expect was something that me and my people knew, but John Orfiero and Joe Duncan were, not even Joe Duncan because he didn't know it was happening, but John Orfiero was too much of an amateur watching too many gangster movies. I knew that this guy John Kane was a weightlifter and he would not back down. Like he would not believe that someone else from Oceanside High School has a gun and is about to shoot him over pounds of weed. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just knew that that was not going to go right. Because there was rumblings of this happening before it happened. To be honest, so I kind of knew it. So sure enough, he started beating the fuck out of my boy Johnny Orfiero, and my boy just plugged him 6 times in the neck, and he started choking. He couldn't
Yeah.
breathe. Blah blah blah. Then my boy in the back seat tried to run, and he used his last bullet to shoot at him, and said, "If you run, I'll kill you." And they took a cab home to the beach to get us together.
Yeah.
No
If you run,
bullshit.
I'll fucking kill you.
No
That's
bullshit.
gangster.
That's all true story. But you should really look up the Tara Hawes murder. It was
Yeah. What year
crazy.
was that? What year was that?
That was in probably 2008 or 9 or 10. I was married. She was married to him. So I would say 2010. That's the year my daughter was born. I don't know if I remember going alone to the funeral and being like the star of the funeral.
Well,
Um,
why is that?
because I went out with her for 8 years. We were supposed to get married. I've been to more Christmases with her than fucking anyone. The family thought of me as a son.
Yeah.
The brother, the brother that got killed respected me so much because I protected him, and I put him onto the game behind her back while we were dating. And I'll never forget later in life when I was struggling, a rumor went around that something happened, and he and a long to make a long story short, we didn't see each other for a few years, and I got his number somehow through somebody I was in the psych ward with, and I needed 1,000 Xanax because I was selling a lot of Xanax. And he gets in my car and he goes, "Yo, I got one question for you. You a CI?" I said, "Bro, are you fucking kidding me right now?
You know they don't have
What?
to tell you if they're a cop, right?
Wait, no, but
It's a
listen,
stupid question.
I
Yeah.
go, no, but I'll tell you why he asked it. It
Yeah.
wasn't about that. It wasn't about that gay shit. He said, the reason I'm asking you is because I don't give a fuck. If those rumors of fucking faggots are spreading rumors about you, I know where I come from. And he stuffed 1,000 Xanax for free in my pocket and said, you made me. I would never fucking even believe it. And if it was, I'll take the pinch right now. That's how much I don't believe it. And it wasn't. I said, all right, but I will pay for these. I'm not taking them for free. And that was about 2 nights before he died. But and then I became friends with a narcotics cop, and he's like, "Don't." Through my sister, and he goes, "Don't keep your suit, keep your suit pressed," because he knew. Because I met him at my sister's party, and he knew a big dealer that I grew up with, and he was bringing him up, and asking me some questions, but I was covering for my boy. And he goes, "Keep your suit pressed because your other boy just died." And he texted me. And when he would see me on Terrace Avenue in Hempstead getting crack, he'd text me and go, "Get the fuck off Terrace Avenue before I lock you up."
Wow.
And yeah, and he and what was the point of that? Oh, so what happened was they ended up getting the plug with 4,000 pills, Xanax, because the like the real plug that I didn't have access to, because what they started doing, I found out from my cop friends in Long Island at least, when somebody overdosed, they would so many people ODing, bro. And I mean, you have no clue what was going on here. This is before fentanyl even, but then when fentanyl came, it was on, bro. They were dropping like flies. Like I would say 5 people a month that everybody knew died here for like 5 years straight. You know what I mean? So like, and that's people that everybody knew. Then there were like the low key people. So like a lot of statistically, a lot of people have been dying. And I know it even hit Howard Beach and hit those neighborhoods too. But with the Roxys and all that shit. But trust me, Long Island got hit fucking hard, and and they used to they got permission from the parents to not tell anybody that they OD'd yet. And once they did that, they were able to go through the phone because these idiots stopped erase. I don't know. When I grew up, I knew to erase my beeps and my texts. I still erase my texts. People now keep their texts for 10 years, so they were able to go through their phones and see who the last people they called were and who they bought from before they died. And they used their phone. So there's a girl laying dead from buying Xanax that was pressed from this kid, and they used her phone and said, "Yo, you got any more of that?" And my boyfriend needs a big batch, and he bought 4,000 from him. And and that's how the undercovers started getting them around here. And but I've been out of that particular game so long because I'm on Suboxone. So even when I did relapse, I was doing crack. I wasn't doing heroin, opiates. So I wouldn't even know where to get it back right now. But I don't. I'm pretty sure it's all fentanyl, from what I heard.
So you're still clean, right?
Yeah, I'm still clean. I'm on 6 months. But whoever asked that Kane question, did you happen to know of anyone or him or anything?
Well, he's got another question for you now. Ask him
Oh,
about
good.
Ralph Rayola.
Ralph Rayola.
Rayola?
Ralph Rayola. Why does that sound so familiar?
Because it's probably some prick that you knew from back in the day. Probably some fucking.
good, good point. Yeah, but I don't want to disappoint. This guy's been on point. That not many people know about those murders I just talked about. But I can't picture who, unless you're just pronouncing it wrong, and I need to go get my glasses. I don't know who he's saying.
Shit.
I literally can't see. I don't know what happened to my eyesight. I don't know. Let me see
Uh,
if I can see anything.
no, you don't need to read the chat. I'll read it for you.
Why? What are they? Are they fucking fuck with
No,
me?
no,
Why
no,
don't you?
no.
Hold on. Now I want to read it.
No, you don't need to know.
Okay, hold on. This story is good as 10 gun smoke stories. I don't know if that was a compliment or not.
It
He's been
was.
around a lot of death. Damn. Yes, I have. Whoever said that, 100%. I feel bad for anyone who committed a crime with Sal. Sal gives the first, middle, and last name. That's that's not true. Only people who have already been in the paper. Believe me. Let me say something about that, because Jeff Nadeau and people think you're not a gangster if you're not in the Wikipedia and all this shit. The 20 toughest, realist, gangsterist people that I personally know that have shaken hands with and can eat a slice of pizza with tomorrow because I grew up with them. If they're still around and alive, um, they are ungoogleable. They are unheard of. Half of them do not even have Italian last names. And so I trust me, I'm taking a lot of secrets to the grave, more than I want. But anything I'm talking about, I'm willing. It has a bibliography with it. It comes with a Google page, and if I'm not just I did. The only secret I gave up was my friend's father that started fucking the organized crime lady. But besides that, he was a Lucchese guy, and you can Google his story, as well as my best friend, whose father was the Genovese guy in the beginning of this unique racquetball story. That was an amazing score. They got 24 million from the union, um, and that score to me should go down in history. It's one of the biggest scores I ever saw, unless like Michael Francese's numbers are real. That guy, but I mean 500 billion a week. I don't understand that, but whatever. But this guy. Okay, a funny story. I'll stop reading the comments. A funny, quick story about the guy that I'm talking about, whose friend died. Um,
God damn it. You think I need this? Think I need this shit, Kevin Wu? Alright, here we go.
Yo, that was hilarious. Whoever said that. How long have I been off?
Huh? You just clicked off right now.
Oh, okay. First of all, the guy who wrote that is hysterical. Who he's like, he gave the last name, the first name, and
Yeah.
So my point was, the guy who I grew up with, who's just an interesting fun fact. I'm not going to talk about it because he happens to have made it. He went through a real. He was very powerful individually, and he had a lot of power behind him by who his father was. His father had direct contact to people we only talk about, like, I'm talking like Benny Eggs type people, and there is an article in the New York Times that verifies this and the amount he made in the score. And we were little kids when he got arrested. We used to call him John Gotti because he looked like John Gotti and he acted like him.
How dare
And
you?
but listen, when I got older, the girl I got married to, my first wife, I was set up on a blind date. And she goes, "Where you from?" She was from Howard Beach. I said, "I'm from Oceanside." She goes, "Oh, my cousin's from there. So don't fuck with me." And this guy, my best friend, was like a legend where I'm from. Nobody fucked with him. So I'm like, "Who's your cousin?" And she's like, I don't know if I'm supposed to say the name, but his name is Ronnie. I won't say the last
Uh-oh.
name
Does
unless
he
you want
have
to read the art.
does
The
he
only
have
way I'll
both
say the last
arms?
name.
Does he have
Yeah,
both of
no,
his
no, 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 no,
arms?
no, no,
Oh.
no, no, no. He's a Long Island Oceanside guy from East New York.
So she
But
told you I'm from Howard Beach. So I got a cousin. Don't fuck with me. That's what she told
yeah,
you?
she said, listen, out of all the people she could have used, this is how tough this guy was, for real. Out of all the people she could have used, she worked at Bam's Towing her whole life, the place that Gene Borello tied up the guy and robbed for $3 billion and all that shit. She had, trust me, she had connections. Her father owned the Lindenwood Diner, if anyone knows, and the Sage Diner. And you, so she chooses to use this one guy, and his name's Ronnie, and it starts with an M, the last name, right? And it's a Long Island guy. It's not anyone famous like the two, like one arm or whatever. And I said to her, I said, "Oh, he's your cousin?" Because I've been to every family party he's ever had. I said, "So that's bullshit. How do you really know him? You used to fuck him or something?" And she starts laughing. She goes, "No, our fathers were best friends. They owned a strip club in Island Park together, and we used to do our homework there as kids. Ask him about it. Call him right now." So I called my friend, and it checked out. They actually used to babysit each other and at a fucking strip club, but when they were kids, because their fathers owned the
How
strip club,
nice. Yeah.
Goldfinger. But
Goldfingers. Wow.
yeah,
Was it
but check this
Goldfingers that
out.
I walked into, or one of them smelled like a fish market? Man, you walk in there. I think it was
No,
Wiggles. No,
these girls
Wiggles.
were
No,
sick.
Wiggles. I
Wiggles,
was thinking about
it was
Wiggles. My bad.
Wiggles,
It was Wiggles.
Wiggles, Vinny Ocean. I have a story about that too, by the way. If you want to hear a
Oh,
Wiggle story,
yeah.
it's a good one.
I
It's the
got a
best
bad
story
Wiggles.
It's actually the one of the best stories I have. Uh,
Yeah,
but
that fucking
forget that for a
place.
minute. I just want to say
Yeah.
one thing. Me and my friend, I watched him deal with his father go away. It was in the papers. It was, a $24 million score with the fake appraisals, and he really got to keep a boatload of the cash. It even says in the article it disappeared. He must, like he probably kicked a little up to the chin, but like it literally says in the article. And he had like $1 billion yacht, and he was like customized Mercedeses back in the the day he was like the first one to get his initials on the door of a fucking two-door Mercedes, all that shit, right? But when I got older and I got to be friends with my first father-in-law, who was owned the strip club with him, when he found out I grew up with the son, he told me, other stories like the adult side of things, because now we're not kids anymore. So he said to me, he said, uh, he's like, we first of all, we used to do mad coke together. He admitted to me, which I never told my friend, but he said, bro, let me tell you something. That guy didn't know what to do with all the cash he had. He didn't expect the score to go through. It was a board voted on the score. He got 24 million to fund something, and then he sold the building back and got another 24 million, and they already cashed it. So the guy ended up, I don't know what he kicked up, but he ended up like driving around with like millions and millions and millions of dollars, to the point that he would drive up Cross Bay Boulevard and Northern Boulevard and Jamaica Avenue and all these streets and just walk into businesses and be like, yo, I'm your partner now. Don't worry, start paying me in 6 months, 100 a month. And he would just hand people bags of cash. That's how, that's the older version of the story that I got. And he eventually went to jail because of it. But he tried to get rid of as much money out of his house as he could by doing that. He was walking into the local bakery and being like, yo, here's $1 million. I'm your partner now, but I won't be a dick about it. Like, pay me in 6 months. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't extorting anyone. He didn't need to. He just had to hide the money, and he didn't know what to do. And he called my first wife's stepfather was Jewish, and he called him Checkmark, and he had a tattoo of a check mark on him, and he was his right hand man. And he said that he said the guy was so powerful. He In the 80s, if you got in a taxi cab, he was in the back seat. A picture of my father-in-law was on the back seat because he was the taxi cab commission and he knew nothing about taxi cabs. And he said that if the guys didn't get busted in the garbage thing, that Jimmy Brown was forced to kill a cousin of his, a guy named Sparrow, and he was a part of the trade union in the garbage industry, and he had to ask for permission from get people to have it done and all this stuff. And his brother was his lawyer. Jimmy Brown's lawyer was also named Sparrow, and it was his brother he had killed, and it was going to be my father-in-law that was going to replace him if the undercover cop didn't go in and take all those garbage guys down, like Angelo Ponte and Phil Beretti, Ali Shades. Who else went down in that one? Patty Picaroa, Frank Giovinco, and Joe Francolino and Jimmy Brown. Those are the two main ones. But anyway, real quick one about Wiggles. Vinny Ocean Palermo lived, I know he was a Jersey guy, but he lived right here in my town, of course, right? Bring it back to Island Park in Oceanside. Believe it or not, he lived in a waterfront mansion in Island Park, right? I don't know why he was the boss of Jersey, but he had two things going for him. He had a casino boat out of Freeport, the Nautical Mile, where if you go 3 miles out back in the day, you were allowed to gamble. Now it's 12 miles, so nobody wants to do it. It wastes gas and some other shit. But he also had Wiggles. My friend's father, the guy I just told you about that said flush Phil Califano down the toilet, he was friends with him. So he found out he flipped before anyone else. So he goes, yo, grab a crew together and bring a couple big guys with you and get to the Wiggles on Queens Boulevard or whatever the fuck it was back then, and bring my son with you, but make sure he don't get hurt. And he goes, and go in the register about every hour and take all the money just in case and see how long this lasts. You might get a full weekend out of this. I said, all right, because nobody knew he became a rat yet. So nobody knew that no one really owned Wiggles anymore. So me and my boy Joe went in and we were like, what? We're the new managers. And we introduced ourselves to the bartender and there was a goomba there that was like on shift. That was like, all right, can I take a night off? That means I said, yeah, have a night off, whatever. But because I guess he was overworked or whatever. And we ended up putting our own bounces at the door, collecting $5 at the door or $20 at the door. I don't
Yeah.
remember what it was. And we had our own, we let the waitresses keep their tips, the bouncers. I mean, bartenders.
Do you
It
remember the
was a strip
smell?
club. Oh yeah, it was a great smell. And yo, it lasted. Yo, after the first night, I couldn't believe how much money we made, and it lasted about. We started it on a Thursday night. We were hoping to get to Sunday night, but by Saturday, it was closed. I couldn't get the key to work, yeah, so somebody changed the lock by Saturday night. But we got Friday night and Thursday night out of it, and we made me and my boy Joe alone. We took home like 50 grand each. I mean, it was a fucking sick night. It was a sick little score we did, and it was because if I knew, I wish we did the gambling boats, and I went on there and pretended I was the manager, but they were already out of the business, the gambling boats by then for IRS tax fraud and shit. So that's my wiggle story for you. I got a story of everything. I told you.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Did you know Tough Tony, Good Looking Tony, the bummer bet? Oh, never mind. Forget about
Is
it.
that the
Yeah.
Tony Pizza question?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get enough of that watching FBS. I don't need no Tony Pizza questions, man. I'm
Yeah.
sick of that guy. I'm sick of looking at his face.
Carmine knew Vinny Palermo when he was small fries, when he was small potatoes.
Carmine who?
Carmine S.
Carmine Sessa?
He's from Jersey. He's with the
Oh, he's from
Jersey
Jersey.
Facts.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he was the only one I knew from Jersey. My
Who was
girlfriend at the time. My
it,
girlfriend at the time played soccer with his daughter.
you ever heard of the Artichoke King?
Yeah, in books. That shit's old school. I don't remember who the fuck that is, but I
Yeah,
read about it.
I think Carmine's related to him or something.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What
He
else?
says
What
he
else in
knew
the
Vinny
chat?
Palermo. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. God damn it. Let me see. This guy. That's how I know. Oh, he pressed the wrong button again. You think I need this agita? Think it's easy providing mob content to you people? This is real street mob content, all right? This isn't no fucking Donnie Brasco bullshit with the fucking sunglasses and shit. This is real, in your face, fucking mob genre shit. Untold street stories, all right? You're not going to find in a book. You're not going to find on a podcast. This is the only podcast. You want to call it a podcast? Think of it as a podcast. Fucking sure. Why not? We're doing radio content here. Call it a podcast. Oh, I forgot to ask about Joseph Duncan. All right, we got to ask him about Joseph Duncan and the Irish crew, the Oceanside boys. He makes the Oceanside sound like a shithole. I used to love Oceanside. I didn't like driving out there. It's a fucking drive, but when you're getting poontang out there, it's nice. But yeah, no, I thought it was a nice neighborhood, man. Right by the ocean. I think they got a main street over there, and they got like a fucking mini lighthouse and shit that says "Welcome to Oceanside." Some shit. It's a nice community, man. It feels like a beach town. Shit. What happened to this guy, man? Did his phone die out there? Standing in the middle of the ghetto? Still got the orange lights and shit? I miss those orange lights. Those orange street lights. Can't even see shit at night no more, man. They got these bullshit LED white light shit. Can't even see shit. Everything's dark and shit. I miss those orange lights, man. Used to illuminate everything. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Hey, see, every time I have to look at the chat, I get logged off. But
So stop
yo,
looking at the chat.
somebody,
Yeah.
but somebody asked a good question. They said, "Did I know Joseph Duncan?" And that was my best friend that turned to the evidence that I was telling you about. And you're missing good questions there.
I was about to
He
ask
was
you
in
it,
that.
goddamn it, before you got cut off.
He was in that murder. Yeah, bullshit.
I was. What the fuck? I was about to tell you.
That shit looked way up in the top.
Nah, it's recent, man.
It sucks because I really don't know if people are talking shit or because someone said it sounds like Sammy stories. Like I'm not on here to lie or act cool. I'm a fucking loser. I'm a junkie, bro. Trust me. I'm nothing to be. I'm nothing to be cool. I'm nothing anybody wants to be like. Trust me. My life is in fucking shitsville right now. I'm
It could
just
be
telling you
worse.
real. I'm just telling you real stories that really happened. I haven't told one lie since I've been on YouTube.
Look, man, you still got your freedom and you still got breath in your lungs, man. So you're doing better than a lot
That's
of
right.
people out there. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I know that. I'm just saying I don't want to. If it ever got to the point where I had to like fight for like people to believe me, like John A. Light used to have to, and all that shit,
Yeah.
I would just be like, either Google this or take because I have proof of everything I say anyway. But it's just like if it ever got that unfun, I would just stop, and go to bed.
Well, just keep it real. Don't wear fucking pink silk shirts. Don't fucking, over tan yourself.
I do
And
want to once I get my teeth, I do want to run for councilman.
why not? Fuck it. Look, we're about to have a fucking jihadist mayor as a mayor of New York.
I
So
know.
go out. I'm running for mayor. Fuck. I'm running for
Well,
mayor in
trust
four
me.
years. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to go run for mayor. If
I'm
he can do
actually
it, I can
going
do
to.
it. Huh?
I'm going to school right now for criminal justice and
Oh, no.
political science, and once I get my teeth, I'm gonna have a voice in some kind of community. I don't know what,
We have to get a
but
suit,
no,
too. You
nobody.
get at least two
Yo, my
suits.
phone's shutting down. The charger.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
shit.
get a charger.
All right, go get the charger, man. I knew it, man. At least he wears a shirt. That's true. We should compliment him for that when he gets back. Let him know that we appreciate him for wearing clothing. You don't know, you don't appreciate shit till it's gone. So we appreciate people who wear their shirts around here. He's got good stories. He does have good stories, man. Yeah, yeah. Ask Sal. Ask if Sal watches Gene's show about Peter Zuccaro. What he thought about. Oh, this is an old comment, huh? Motherfucker. Oh, we lost him again. Son of a bitch. I should have a PhD up somebody's ass. Just get a grill from Paul Wall, baby. Why not? Might help him get votes and shit. It might get the hip hop crowd to vote for him and shit. Vote or die. Get out the vote. Why not? He could probably help somebody. Maybe that's his calling in life. Maybe he'll be able to reach kids out there, keep them off that shit, and save people's lives. Even if you can save one person's life, that's all that matters, man. Why not? A-Light's doing it. Why not? Put me in, coach. Yeah. Start getting some of that government tit. Start making six figures a year, being some fucking shady councilman in a dingy fucking suit, driving around your fucking Range Rover and shit, corrupt as you are. And then, you get like a 10, 15-year run, and then, the feds take you down, and then you're doing 10, 15 years in prison because you took bribes and shit. And, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. That's politics. When you get involved in politics, you better be, squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of trouble. Yeah, that's right, Dwayne. He's off on he's off on naming places, locations. DL says after listening to Sal, I'm done with drugs. Yeah, see, look, let him be an example. And you guys want to make fun of him and shit because his first job was holding towels and staring at pricks for $10 an hour. You got to start somewhere, right? Not everybody has a perfect first job story, all right? There are people out there who had to stare at pricks to earn a living as their first job. It's a horrible way to start life, but life ain't peaches and cream for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on, man. This fucking thing. Weed doesn't do that to people. He's a good sport. He's got a sense of humor. And he's got good stories. This guy was a this guy was pumping gas, man, with the DeMeo crew. That's how Chris Rosenberg started with the DeMeo crew. He was pumping gas at the gas station. Here comes fucking Roy. Piece of shit that he is. Hey, kid. Oh, you're only 14? Hey, you want to start selling weed for me? Yeah. Hey, let me show you how to kill people, kid. Yeah. Years go by, Chris Rosenberg, he's, friends with Roy. Knew him since he was a little kid. Roy took him under his wing and shit. Kid does something stupid, now he's got to get whacked. Then Roy whacks him. Couldn't leave the kid at the gas station alone, huh, Roy? Had to fucking take him under your wing, and then he ended up whacking him. He was going around telling people, I'm Chris DeMeo. Yeah. You fucked up, Roy. Roy DeMeo fucked up. CEOs need to stick their fingers in men's... What? What a job, huh? That's a thankless job. Poor guy. At least he's got union benefits and shit. I don't think Sal had that for his first job. I don't think he had medical, dental, and visual and all that shit. I don't think he had PTO and, all that other shit. 401k. Sounded like, some early 90s bullshit where he had to stare at pricks in the fucking locker room at the YMCA holding towels and shit. $10 an hour back then wasn't bad, man. That was decent money back then. Yeah, you got to start somewhere, DL. In the 70s, they had the peep shows in Times Square. Somebody got to clean up the splooge. Who do you think cleans it up? Somebody. Do you think it's going to clean up itself? Who's going to clean up this mess? Somebody's got to do it. It's a thankless job. I don't judge people. Hold on, man. I thought he was coming back. God damn it. He didn't charge his phone up enough. Let me drop a link just in case. He was just trying to come back. Motherfucker. Alright, hold on. Yeah. The fuck, man?
I'm here at school people now. So first of all, thank you for the people who said pull yourself up and your lights doesn't have to be Shitsville. Thank you very much for all that positive talk. That's first of all. Second of all that bullshit, the negative talk. What year is this? He's full of shit. I never said there was a Goldfingers in Oceanside. It was an Island Park, which is right next to Oceanside. And the two owners were Ronnie Maselli and Joel Berman. And you can Google any tax records, state records, ID records. And the driver for all the girls was named Filippo Califano, and his father who passed away. So, you want to try to call me out. You're turning it into exactly what I didn't want it to be not
No,
fun.
they're testing you. That's all.
But
They're
I
breaking
don't need to
polls.
be tested, bro. I've been nothing but honest. I've answered every question
No,
honestly.
I know. We believe you. We believe you.
I don't care. I just wanted to clear that up about
We appreciate
Goldfingers
you sharing the story. Yeah.
because exactly, I thought I was just giving you information. So that's the thing. Two things. I appreciate the few people that was saying pull your shit up and get your shit together. I appreciate that, and so does my family. Respect to you guys. B, I apologize by saying Goldfingers was an Oceanside. It was an island park. And C, the year of the Wiggles thing could have been anywhere from 97 to 2001. I have no fucking clue at that time. I was on so much fucking junk. But I will tell you this. What was the other one somebody asked about? Someone asked about Joe Duncan. Someone asked about, and that person who asked me the year about Wiggles, did you even know that he didn't live in Jersey? That he lived in Island Park, about 5 feet from Goldfingers? Like you could walk to Vinny Ocean's mansion from Goldfinger.
Wow.
But but anyway, there was one other question I wanted to give respect to an answer. I forgot what it was now. Someone had a question. If I knew, let me look. Every time I look, though, I get disconnected. Hold on. I'm gonna
Look, the
look without
chat's
getting
always going to
disconnected.
break balls, no matter what chat you're going. They're always going to break balls.
No,
This is actually one of the nicer chats.
breaking balls and calling me a liar are two
No,
different
nobody
things.
called you a liar. I didn't see nobody call you a liar. Nobody called you a liar,
I'll,
boy.
I'll show you. He said,
Don't get racist.
you he said, there was no Goldfingers in Oceanside, which he's right. It was in Island Park. And I know there was one in Florida as well. It's quite a popular name for a strip club. And hold on, I'm just getting my charger, my portable charger. These fell off the truck, believe it
You
or
ever been
not,
to
old school style, $20 a pop if anyone needs. But
you
what
ever
do you
been to
say?
Gallagher's? Gallagher's 2000, remember that shit?
Gallagher's 2000. Wow, that brought back we like a memory for me. But that it has to do with that girl that died. I don't even want to
Oh,
think about. It. But
yeah. Never mind.
did you Google that yet? Aren't you from Astoria?
No, I used to work out there. Let me
Uh,
see. What? How you spell the name?
Haws or Jordan Hawes. Or you do Jordan, Jordan, Hawes, and then murdered wife. Wait, I'm gonna look at this other answer I wanted to answer. Hold on. Thanks, Highway of Kings. I appreciated you. Um,
I can't find it. Oh, Astoria man.
Sal, I lived in that area for years. Never was Goldfingers. In 1990 to Big Smalls, we got along. We've talked last time I was on the show. You did know a lot about NUMC and Long Island. Do you know where Karma was? Do you know who Brian Banish is? The guy who owns Long Beach, and his father was the mayor of Long Beach. He owned a place called Karma, which is now a locksmith in Island Park. Before it was Karma, it was a Goldfingers. It was 100. Not only was
I
I
thought
alive
Goldfingers
and
was
my
in
family
Queens for
owned
some
it,
reason.
no, there was probably one in Queens. I'm telling you about one in Highland Park because my co-defendant Phil Califano used to drive a girl that worked there. I'm not going to say her name. Her father was a gangster too. Her father was Fat Tony, and he used to say, "Watch this, watch this, Sally boy." And he used to bring me and my friend Ronnie, and during school hours at 3 o'clock p.m. at all the PS schools in Brooklyn. We didn't know Brooklyn like then. We were Long Island kids. He would take us out to Brooklyn with this girl. I don't even care. Her name was Maria. I don't give a fuck. So her name was Maria. She was a really hot girl. And he would go to all the schools, and when the principals and the teachers were done with the kids and they were the only ones left walking to their cars, he would ride up to them in his black Lincoln and go, "Hey, $20 blowjobs, $20 blowjobs." And the girl was so hot that he actually got probably 5 blowjobs off every time we took a ride out there. And we would have to get out of the car, and she would do it in the
Nice.
car. And that's a true story. And that girl was
Cock and
from Goldfingers.
blowjobs.
And
Nice. So she made a
I
pretty
don't
penny, huh?
know what else. I don't know what else I could say to. have a lot of respect for him. He knew everything I said last time I was on. But Karma, the locksmith, is gone. It wasn't called Goldfingers. It shut before it was Okay, so before it was Karma, what was it?
Scandals.
I love how people. I love how people said creepy. So Big Smalls. Did you know like Patty McGee's, Montego Bay, the Fantozzi family? Like, are we talking? Are you that Long Island when you say you live in the area for years? Because you said
You
you
know
lived last time
Starbucks.
more towards NUMC.
NUMC? Why have I heard about that
Yeah,
before?
Nassau University. It's
Oh,
a Nassau University Medical Center. Oh, I know what I want to respond to. Some guy said just get a grill from who? He was talking about my
oh,
teeth.
Paul Wall.
And who's Paul Wall?
You don't know Paul Wall?
Paulie
Fucking the
Walnuts?
rap. No. The rapper from Houston, Paul Wall, the white rapper, but he's got his own
No,
grill company and
no,
he made millions.
no,
He's like the
no,
most
no. But
exclusive grill dealer.
I tried it. I've sent $600 to a company in like Kentucky that supposedly they
Moissanite
send
shit.
you in because
Then you gotta get a diamond grill. Goddamn, you got bad
I want to
service over there.
text. Yeah, I went in front because I
God
think I
damn it.
was making too much noise in the
You're
back.
good now.
But it's funny. What's funny? I swear to God, right now, this is a true story. I have not been in the game for a very long time, and I've been looking for my boy, my old partner, and he was talking to him. We left on bad terms. He was so high on. He did that crystal shit that I never did. That he lost my uncle. My uncle had a truck leasing company. When you get in an accident, he lost my uncle's truck, an F 150. Last time I spoke to him, and then he was talking to me about it.
God damn it. God damn it. They had a strip club called The Bear. Pause. 5 BJs, huh? Get some crackheads.
Texting. Yeah, so this guy's texting me now, 1:30 in the morning, and he's using my old friend's name, and he's asking for 3 bundles of dope. I swear on my life, I'm trying. And then I just showed you the undercover past my house. Like I think they're trying to set me up right now. That's how hilarious my
Wow.
life is. Like, how funny would that be? I haven't been arrested in over like 2 years, but I mean, who's you
Don't
talking
get
to? Hey,
set
what
up.
up? Wait, hold on. What's up? Wait, who do I have? Hold on.
Yeah.
Do I have a what? A key? Yeah, I have one.
Alrighty then. God damn it. The fuck is getting set up in a bed? I don't even want to say. He's getting set up, man. This ain't right. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey man, I got these cheeseburgers, man. What's up? I'm gonna give dick for cheeseburger. 5 BJs, huh? $20? It's not bad. Can't beat those prices. Yeah, he did have good service earlier, didn't he? Now what happened? I'm concerned for this guy. I don't think he charged his phone enough, man. I think he's underestimating the power of StreamYard to suck the life out of your phone. That was yeah. What the hell's going on? Who's the hell's confronting him at fucking 2 in the morning? 1:45 in the morning. Did he get busted? I don't know, man. He gets that weird text, and then all of a sudden, some asshole comes out of the dark. You got keys? You got keys to coke, man? They probably heard him telling his stories. Like, yo, you got keys? You got those bricks? What set you claiming, man? What up, Terrence? You're late. Can you ask Sal if he ever bought drone from? Oh, that's a good question. Sal just got pinched. I hope not. Oh shit. All right. See what happens when you're telling mob stories outside in the dark? Neighbors drop a dime on your ass. We got a mobster outside talking about bundles of coke and bricks and all types of dope. Get down here. All of a sudden he gets a text from like, yo man, come on man. You give me some of that blue magic, baby. It's boogaloo. And then all of a sudden some guy pops out of nowhere like, hey man, you got keys? That's weird. On a Friday night? Past midnight on a Friday night? That's when the devil's outside, boy. Ain't nothing open at this time but some legs and fast food. Yeah, damn. Hope he's all right. If he's gonna get busted, he should have stayed live. Don't close the box. Let's see it go down, man. If you're gonna get yourself arrested, we gotta witness it. It's part of the deal. You grab the link, you show yourself, then you have to show us reality TV. I'm trying to run a business here, right? This is the entertainment business. If you're gonna get yourself arrested, do it live. All right? I'll write it. We'll do it live, as the great Bill O'Reilly once said. You never know. Hey, you never know. What, you been playing the lotto, Biggie Small? Nassau County Police Department monitors YouTube. They busted his ass. Hooty hoo! Bad Chad. Ishmael. Drop him another link. It's finally getting interested. Yeah, come on, man. Gotta teach them how to use that fucking camera too. When somebody's talking to you, you put the camera in their face like Tony Buick does. See, Tony Buick's a good cameraman. He knows what he's doing. He just walks up to random strangers and shoves a camera in their face, like, how does it feel to live in a third world shithole in this humid weather? You don't even know what an air conditioner is. That's content. I think he even broke up a fucking birthday party too. He walked right up to the cake and shit, shoved the camera in the cake, then shoved the camera in their face, like, oh, whose birthday is it? This looks like a first class family. Yeah. I was like, Jesus. I think he asked them what level of education they've had and shit. That's how you use a camera. So we gotta teach Sal. I mean, I think he just got busted by the fucking ATF. Maybe even Interpol. And he clicked the button. No, man, if you're going to get bagged, you got to show us, man. We got to witness your arrest. That's classic shit. That would be better. Well, I don't want that to happen. But it would be more entertaining than Dale taking a piss that time. But I don't want it to happen. I didn't tell you to go out there and do that bullshit, boy. You got yourself arrested. When the oysters cops come for me, I'll stay live. Yeah, if you're gonna come on this show and if you're in the process of getting yourself arrested, do not click the button. Just leave the phone where it is. Actually, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Don't touch nothing. Stay live. Yeah, Nick Romano knew what he was doing. He held the phone the whole time, even when he was laying on the floor. Held the phone up to his face so you could see what's going on. That was good camera work. Cop was like, I didn't even tell you to go on the floor in the first place, man. What are you doing? Did I drop a link for this guy? God damn it. Just when the show was getting good. See what happens when you break balls? People get upset. See? Some people are not used to the chat breaking balls. You guys got to be, you got to work yourself up to it. Go easy. Some people are just beginners, Maybe they'll give him a tablet in jail, like Real Talk, and he could participate in the chat from jail. I think Real Talk was in here last night. Talking about, I'm still locked up. Damn, man. Must be tough doing a sentence in the cell, listening to this bullshit. Damn, man. That's doing hard time. They got Kohlberger in jail and shit. He's got a horrible toilet sink set up, man. That's horrible. Might as well just drink out of the toilet. Wash your hands in the toilet. Might as well. He's got a really bad fucking sink toilet ratio thing going on over there. He's cleaning his shoes. What the fuck are you cleaning your shoes for? You're in jail, bro. I know you ain't got nothing better to do in the cell, but hey, you ain't got nothing in there. You ain't got shit. He got some space. They gave him some space. It's not a cramped cell, but cell. It's it's prison. But he ain't got no TV. He ain't got shit. No tablet. Nothing. I don't even think he got tic tac toe. They didn't even give him fucking coloring books. They didn't give him shit. He's just staring at the fucking wall. So this guy's cleaning his shoes and shit. And it's like, what the fuck for, man? Trying to look fresh for the CO. Fuck, who you trying to look fresh for, man? You ain't getting fly. Cleaning your shoes. Motherfucker, do some push-ups or some shit. Do some handstand push-ups. Do some jumping jacks. The Glock Dookie's damn. What is somebody singing Oasis in here? Thank you, Becky Town. Damn, man. I don't think he's coming back. He was going hard at first. I was lost. It was a great story, man. Yeah. He gets to bite into a nice, juicy kangaroo burger, exotic shit, while we living off Hungry Man TV dinners over here and shit. Damn. He just gave up like 3 murders on you. That's true. Damn. Didn't he say he lives next door to a maid guy too or something? I don't know. Maybe the guy overheard him like, hey, motherfucker, you got keys? Maybe that was the code word for the hitman to come out. Damn. I hope he's all right. They heard him telling secrets and shit that he ain't supposed to be talking about. He got overheard by the consigliere of the Colombos. So they fucking confronted his ass in a fucking tracksuit at 2 in the morning on a Friday night. Where the fuck is he that they still got orange lights outside and shit? Must be nice, huh? Oh, you like Oasis? Yeah. All right, well, I don't think he's coming back. It's been 2.5 hours. Should I stay? Should I go? I don't know. Oh shit! Somebody sent me a text. She told us. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So Angel wasn't talking about my show. She was talking about somebody else's show. She was telling Buick to stay away from somebody else's show, supposedly, not my show. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I take it back then. All right. That's good. I don't know. You guys trying to get me riled up in here. You guys giving me bad info. I'm getting different info now. Now I'm hearing that she didn't tell Buick not to come around here. She didn't say nothing of the sort. She told him to stay away from other chats. Probably fucking Hootie or some shit. So, oh, she wasn't talking about me. God damn it, man. You guys just trying to get me riled up and shit. Now I feel bad. Oh, yeah. True. She's probably telling me, don't go over there. Yeah, you better stay away from there, Tony Buick. Don't even fucking blink. Don't even think about it. Chris Colombo was calling him to remind him about Omerta. Yeah, he was giving him a whole fucking speech. What would your father say? What would you, for 1,000 years of Cosa Nostra? You think it's okay to go on YouTube and talk like this? Are you crazy? And Michael, how could you do this? Why would you do it? And why would you? It's not even an option. It's not even an option to grab the link. And I wouldn't do it. And to be a man, back in the day, men were men. And men, fucking Chris Colombo. Nobody talks about him no more, huh? Motherfucker. Who knows? Who cares? I heard he found Islam. You should watch it. That way you'll know. Watch what? You should have called me first, Mike. You know me. I was your father's friend. I loved your father. Your father used to make me spaghetti and meatballs. We used to go out and drink coffee. I used to love your father. Your father had the best cowboy hats in the neighborhood. Cowboy boots and cowboy hats. I think of Cosa Nostra as a romantic love story. Mike, how could you do this? Why would you do this? Think about your ancestors in Rome 2,000 years ago, before Jesus was crucified. Think about the glory of Rome and what you betrayed. Shadows and dust, Maximus. How could you do this? This thing goes back 5,000 years to the pyramids. Tutankhamun took a shit so you could run. You do a good Chris Colombo? I try. Yeah, I try. I'm not too familiar. I watched him a couple of times when he was talking that shit. I used to sit on his lap and he would feed me bacon. This was your father. What would your father think about you taking this option? And it's not even an option. Shouldn't be an option. How could you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth and floss and use Colgate when you got Sensodyne toothpaste that's good for cavity prevention and whitens your teeth more than Colgate ever could. Don't you feel ashamed? I use Listerine to wash my mouth. That's because I'm a man and I made these choices years ago. I was facing a murder and I took a global plea. But that's me. Everybody's not built like me. I like to toot my own horn. And everybody should kiss my ass. And I just shamed you on fucking YouTube in front of fucking 10,000 people. And I knew your father. Anyway, enough of him. I'm sorry, guys. I just lost about 3 people doing that fucking Chris Colombo bullshit. They would be fun being a slave and building pyramids all day long, every day of your life. Is that another Oasis song? Trying to quote Chris Colombo, boy. Smoke whatever happened at 2 a.m. titty talk. Is it Titty Tuesday? It's Friday. You guys used to love the titty talk days. Yeah, those were good days. Actually, no, they weren't good days, were they? If the titty talk Tuesdays was before 2024, then times were good. Anything from 2024 on, I'm just on borrowed time. God damn it. Life is a cold, mean bitch. AOC talk? Yeah. Don't get me started, man. She did some interview the other day. I was like, damn, she's kind of sexy, man. She was walking down the steps. They asked her stupid opinion. She answered it like a fucking amateur, like an idiot. But I was like, damn, man. She got a nice little frame and shit. Standing there all nice and pretty and shit. I was like, damn, I could look past the centipede nose and shit. I could look past it. Yeah. We all are smoke. You guys are all gun smoke. I am you and you are me. I love everyday people. Johan titties. We're already giving you titty content. What are you talking about? I've been giving you titty content. What you mean? What happened about the titty? I've been giving you titty content. May not be the titties you like, but it's still titty content. So give credit where credit's due, all right? We're still stuck to our roots with titty talk. That's all the fucking guy does is talk on here. When he comes on here, you got with his titties out. That's titty talk. May not be the type of titty talk you used to, but you got to adapt to the times, man. There's all different type of titties out there. Hairy titties, pale titties, French titties born in Canada. In 1992, I was 23. That means Sal was only 11 years old in 1992. I was 6 years old for most of the year. About to turn 7. 1992, man. Damn. Y'all be on that bullshit. That's when Tupac Shakur released his first movie, Juice, 1992. My father went to prison that year. I hate 1992. I hate 1992 too. That's when New York was still New York, though, man. The last of the real New York. Back in the early 90s. I still remember it, man. I went to the Bronx Zoo. They had a big turtle shell and shit. And the kids used to run into the turtle shell and take a picture. I got a picture in a turtle shell and shit. And it was cool for the kids because that's when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was big and shit. I had the cartoons on TV. Little kids used to watch that bullshit. And then, yeah, I remember I went to the Empire State Building. That might have been 1990, 1991. Went to the Empire State Building. They had some douchebag dressed up in a fucking King Kong outfit, King Kong costume. He was in a King Kong costume at the top floor of the fucking Empire State Building when they got the fucking binoculars up there and shit. Yeah. Anyway, that was back when motherfuckers wore Tim's all season for ass kicking reasons. Damn. Yeah, I remember in the 90s, stupid assholes used to walk around in Tim boots in the motherfucking summertime, man, with jean shorts on. LOSTBOYZ, man. Lost boys and shit, wearing fucking Tim boots and shit. Summertime. Fuck happened to this guy, man? Did this guy really go to jail? What happened to this guy? I think J Dams likes nipples. Nip nip, hooray. Gotta check her show out. Whose show? Please send donations so we don't have to see Hootie's hoo titties. Hootie hoo. Angela made a community post about Silo coming in your chat. Shut up. Shut up. I'm gonna check just to be sure. Oh, really? She did. Wow, she really did. Uh-oh, Silo, you're sitting in a chat with people attacking your friend. Bad, bad, bad. But hey, she's happy. Wow. Don't be salty now, Angela. Don't be salty now. Take it easy. Don't try to instigate shit. You trying to instigate. Don't do that now. I was kind of almost rooting for you and shit. Don't do that now. I was just, fucking around with you. Be nice. Don't fuck up in here. Be nice. Calm. Okay? He's been coming here for years now. At least over 2 years he's been in this chat, all right? In and out of this chat. Don't be trying to, instigate her to fucking be like, yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. What's he doing in there? Don't do that, all right? We're not attacking her. What do you mean attacking her? All right? Nobody's attacking her. I'm not attacking her. All right? Attacking would be, saying horrible, mean spirited shit about her family and doxing and whatever else the fuck there. That's attacking, all right? You don't know what attacking is. Y'all just take, y'all take words and just misconstrue them and shit to suit your narrative. Ain't nobody attacking here. Am I breaking her balls? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we got a complicated history, and I'm breaking her balls. Do I mean any malicious thing behind it? No, not at all. No. Look, man. How dare you? All right. How dare you try to instigate a beef? What? You don't like Silo coming in here? You want to piss her off so she tells him to not come in here no more? Trying to sabotage my channel and shit? The guy wants to come around here and say hello. He's more than welcome. He always has been. I mean, what the fuck? Trying to sabotage my channel and shit. Had all these people blocked. Had to go out there and look at, try to fucking unblock them and shit. Now they still not coming around. All right. Somebody wants to come around and shit. Let them come around. Don't worry about it. All right. Don't be trying to instigate this woman to fucking chop his head off for coming over here. God damn it. All right? There's a difference between attacking and breaking balls. All right? Now, she's made some bad decisions on here. Nobody's perfect. I'm not one to judge. I'm just saying. We all try to tell her so. She don't fucking listen. All right? Out of respect for her father, I try to fucking always try to fucking give her good advice when I could. She always fucking teamed up with shitheads, all right? Now, if I'm sitting over here gloating about it, shame on me, all right? But we got nothing better to talk about, and it is a fucking subject in the community. Everybody else is talking about it. God forbid I fucking talk about it. I'm probably talking about it in the nicest fucking way possible to begin with out of any fucking body on here, all right? God damn it. So don't break my balls and act like I'm attacking her. I'm just breaking her balls. She breaks my balls. She's attacked me, all right? She said horrible shit about me, all right? I don't even think I took it to that level. But let you guys tell it. I'm the worst fucking guy on here, right? I'm so horrible. Out of all the shitheads that you guys teamed up with and came across, I'm the motherfucker, huh? I wish that were true. I get better ratings around here if I was that motherfucker. I should have been a mean, cold-hearted prick on here. Would have got more fucking supporters out of it. I could probably had my own cult if I was a ruthless prick on here. How dare you accuse me of attacking, using the word attack? All right. And I was just breaking your balls about your show because not that I wanted to hear you talk shit. Of course, I wanted to hear you talk shit about Angel, but if you weren't going to do that, that was fine. I would have still listened. But you had a fucking neo-Nazi on there, and that was my fucking problem with it. Not the fucking talking shit. All right. That was just a little small part of it. Main part was you had a fucking neo-Nazi on there, and on top of all the other shit, he's just no good. All right. So you trying to give her advice about shitheads is like the pot calling the kettle black. All right. It's like the fucking blind leading the blind. Who the fuck are you to tell her, oh, he's no good, Dan no good? Look who the fuck you had on your show for the fucking very first fucking episode. I couldn't even listen to it. I waited fucking 3 weeks for your goddamn show, right? Sorry to disappoint me. Yeah, you fucking disappointed me. And it wasn't because you didn't talk shit about Angel, all right? I already heard enough. You're right. It's already been said, all right? You're fucking 3 weeks too late. It would have been better off 3 weeks ago. Big nothing burger now. You brought on a fucking neo-Nazi shithead that's been trolling chats and communities for fucking years now, probably a fucking decade now. From Aaron Carter to fucking Steve Buscemi and fucking whoever else, fucking other dickhead hanging out with Michael Jackson, whatever the fuck his name was. Fucking asshole probably drove Aaron Carter to fucking unalive himself. Who the fuck knows, man? Guy's a sick puppy. You team up with that shit. That's what disappointed me. All right, I was looking forward to listening to the show. I can't listen to that shit. All right, that was my beef. All right, don't get fucking snooty now over there. I just gave my opinion, a little critique of the show. I'm sorry you ruined your own first show. Don't get mad at me. All right, I'm just giving you a fucking honest opinion about how I felt. Maybe some other people like the fucking first episode. There's a lot of neo-Nazi simps out there in that fucking neo-Nazi cult. That fucking, I'm sure they love the fucking first episode that you fucking had. All right. I had a good first episode. We tried to do it the right way, right? I took a nice little joke about, having a making ceremony for my first wrenches, and you motherfuckers turn it into like, oh, he thinks he's the Godfather. Look at this fucking simp. Look at this mob hump. Yeah. God forbid you could be nice and have a nice fucking, joke and shit. Fucking assholes. Forgot my point. But anyway, don't get snooty, all right? Don't be trying to instigate a beef now, trying to get Angel mad at Silo for coming in here and saying hello, all right? Tony Buick wasn't here tonight either, spreading propaganda, so that concerns me. So you guys just trying to get fucking scare everybody away? Is that what you're trying to do? Huh? Why don't you just focus on her, right? She's pissing you off. She's the one exposing your texts and shit. You go fucking worry about what she's saying. Don't worry about what I'm saying. I'm trying to survive by the skin of my balls here, right? Past fucking 3 days have been fucking a struggle in the ghetto, okay? All fucking week. It's been a struggle, all right? Surviving by the skin of my balls. Don't break my balls, all right? I'm small potatoes compared to the assholes that you got to worry about. I am flattered that you guys watch my show. Thank you. Must be nice. Ugh. Think I need this shit. Tony Silo boy. Here's to the negativity. That was negative. Where's Dwayne? Yeah, he never read Mein Kampf. I'm pretty sure this YouTube thing is quite big enough for Angel and you as well, Smoke. Yeah, there's room enough for everybody. All right. Yeah. Angela just put up a thumbnail with Buick and Sal in it for her next show. Shut the fuck up. I actually just checked that too. You never know. You weren't joking about the post before that. Jesus. Where is Mickey Griggs too? God damn it, Rambo. Try and drag me into shit and shit, you know what I'm saying? Try and drag me into shit. Uh yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Anyway, see, look, the Jets. I told you guys last year about those Jets, right? You don't listen. Every season around this time, you guys got high hopes for the Jets. Come on, man. After friggin' they haven't won since 1969, probably. Come on, man. Keep telling you guys, never place a bet on the Jets or the Mets. Just stay away. High hopes for it's like these assholes in spring training, like the Mets are gonna be great this year. Then you go through a whole summer of bullshit, strikeouts and foul balls. Phillies like Jets, I can't wait. You guys are football addicts, man. We just had somebody on the show tonight get arrested in an undercover narcotics thing. Nobody's even talking about that, huh? This is just act like everything's normal, huh? Nothing to see here, huh? Angela showed up to Sal's and told him to get off the show. Hold on, Smoke. Excuse me? Get off the show now. Turn it off now. That's when he cut off the show. And she said, listen, people are sleeping here. This is a nice neighborhood. We don't like your kind standing in our parking lots talking about dope dealing and murders and Italian American men committing crimes. You get out of here. You understand me? Do you have keys? Do you have keys? Damn, man. I know your brother. Get off of it now. Can you get Sal back on, Smoke? Yeah, let me fucking let me get some tinfoil and a fucking coat hanger and See if I could beam a message out to friggin' Sal, wherever the fuck he is, to come back on the show. Start doing Morse code or something. Getting rid of Rodgers was a good start. What an embarrassment that was, huh? That guy was like the dustiest quarterback of all time. Aaron Rodgers. What a shit show. It's too late. I spoke about coming in, saying hi to all here on Angels panel last Sunday night. Thank you, Silo. My man. Hope you're doing good, man. Shouts to Silo, man. Yeah. What was I talking about? Let me scroll up. He was in a complex parking lot. There's like 30 of them in Oceanside. Who knows what interrupted him? Maybe it was like Sasquatch or something walked out of there like, hey, you got keys? He might have got pinched. I blame Smoke. Sal was fun. He was fun, man. Don't worry. Now they got tablets in jail. He'll be back. They got free Wi-Fi in prison now. They living good in jail now. Motherfuckers ordering Chinese food and shit. Motherfuckers got tablets and they got PS5 in jail and shit. What the fuck's going on, man? Criminals are people too. Yeah, whatever happened to paying for your crimes? Staring at the flow in silence. Yeah. Football sucks. When it first starts, oh look, he's back. He didn't go to jail after all. He's got to explain himself though. Silo, you're a big boy. You go where you want, brother. That's right. It's not unusual to be blocked by anyone. It's not unusual to stare at cock for $10. Do, 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 do.
Yo,
Yo, yo. Yo, what's
yo, what
up,
up?
man? Yo, what happened to
You have
you,
no,
man?
you have no idea what I just went through, bro.
Are you alright?
Man. Yeah, I'm fine. I just you try to do people favors, and even after you've been burnt by them so many times, so I just had to, you know, my friend drove here for a favor for this guy that lives in the building upstairs, and he pulled the same shit he pulls every fucking time back since I was getting high. And let's put it this way: the last time me and my boy, I told you about my boy that did 25 years. Wait, he's texting me right now. The guy who just left and beat the shit out of this guy. Hold on one second for me. I gotta respond.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you this is kid that I asked you to count the money?
Fuck. Damn it. Ain't nothing but the devil out there, boy. Up to the devil's business. Motherfucker came out there, didn't come correct. I got $3. Come on, man. I got $3, man. Let me just get a little bump, man. Come on, just a little bit, man. Come on, man. I drove all the way out here, man. 2 o'clock in the morning. Come on, man. I got $3, man. Come on, man. Come on, Sal, man. How long I be knowing you and shit, Sal? Come on, man. Come on, man. You know I fuck with your cousin and them, man. Come on, Sal, man. I don't care if you live, man. I came all the way out here, man. I'm trying to get live. Come on, Sal, man. I got these cheeseburgers, man. I got $3 and I got some cheeseburgers, man. All right, man. I'll stare at your dick, man. Come on, man, please. You try to do people favors and it never works out. Got this guy who just drove up here from all the way from Baldwin. Oh, hold on. Told your friend to come correct with the money. The feds are going to buy Sal a brand new iPhone, so he keeps on talking. Yeah, they're getting perfect pronunciations and names, Italian American names too. They're writing all this down. Dolby Digital, it's all recorded. They got him. Operation Sally Boy. Operation Pinball Machine. They got him. They got the bastard. They got him. I'm going to drop a link for Sal just in case he's coming back. Sal, do you know where Romano's couch is? If he does, he's not saying. Anyone who do bumps for $3 is sad, man. What up, Michael? Michael Moore, my boy. Sal was about to reveal where the lost Dutchman's gold was hidden. Oh, nobody talks about that, huh? Motherfucker. How come nobody talks about that? Huh? That's a good mob story. The treasure's still out there. Somewhere in upstate New York. They say Dutch Schultz buried some money out there. He left a treasure map too, but nobody knows where the treasure map is. Somewhere up there in upstate New York. He's got a little treasure chest, you know what I'm saying? Money, gold bullion, jewelry. Probably a Diet Coke from 1922 and shit. Yeah. Fucking FBI boy. I tried to grill him, but he can't stay on the phone long enough to fucking get grilled. Need a baby. She's up late on the west side. Oh, look who it is. What's wrong, Dwayne? Hootie isn't live? Let's all get together for some weekend and go on a treasure hunt. I look like fucking Geraldo Rivera to you. Fucking Geraldo Rivera over here. We're going treasure hunting now for fucking gangster gold, huh? Good luck with that. You got better luck catching a clap from fucking Joy Behar. Drop the link for Dutch Schultz, Hootie Hoo, and Sal real quick. Fuck Hootie. You need a baby. Stevie Boy. Doing his team highlights? Nah, don't do that flattery shit. Dwayne, you're hanging on by a thread, pal. Yeah. You're on thin ice, Dwayne. Thin ice. You flinch one iota, and that's all it takes. You scratch your nose the wrong way. That's all it takes. You get acid indigestion, all right? That's all it takes. Anyway, I guess he's not coming back. What the fuck happened to this guy, bro? Shouldn't he have two phones and shit? Can't you just get another phone so that, one phone you do your bullshit, the other phone fucking you talk to us? This way we could see you in the commission of your bullshit. It's none of our business, but this is show business. I don't know. Next time Dwayne goes on panel, make him show you his shoes so he can make sure he ain't wearing those hootie hoo clogs. Yeah, Dwayne, hold on. Hold on, Dwayne. Hold on, you duck hunting motherfucker, you. Hold on. Killing ducklings and shit. You wearing these type of shoes, man? If you're gonna wear shoes like that, at least put some lifts in there, Get some lifts. Make sure it adds like 3 inches to your height or something. Come on, man. How dare you walk around Manhattan like this? Look at this. Fucking Elmer Fudd had better shoes, man. Those douchebags in Duck Dynasty had better fucking shoes than this. Hootie clogs? Was he teaming up with fucking Adidas to come out with his own line of clogs? The hootie clogs. They look like shit from the swamp. That's real fashionable. The kids are gonna love this. Everybody's gonna be rocking these. The hootie clogs. Swamp Thing edition. Oh, what's the matter? I had a few fucking hootie fans in here. They're fucking leaving. Another cliffhanger from Sal. Yeah, I don't like this shit. He didn't even get to explain himself before he got cut off. Oh, I'm really going through some things right now. Oh, yeah, on Queens Boulevard. They got good Danish there. That was it. Swamp Ass edition, yeah. That's what those shoes are called. The Hootie Clog Swamp Ass edition by Adidas. Asshole. Look at that shit. Made out of cheap rubber and shit. What's that made out of? Fucking foam? Walk around with some styrofoam clogs and shit. With a strap, too. Come on, man. I hope you bought those online. If you bought those in the store, the cashier was probably giggling and shit while they rang you up. Like, nah, man. I know you didn't ask for these in a size 10, man. I know you didn't ask for these in a size 10, man. I know you didn't come up to my register and disrespect me coming up to this fucking register asking for these in a size 10, man. I know you ain't disrespecting me like that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. And he got a 10% off because he provided his email and shit. Oh, my God. You got the nerve to ask for a receipt. I'd be ashamed to walk around with a receipt for those shoes. You better have bought those online, boy. In the discreetness and privacy of your own home. Damn. You don't want to be caught out there. Bad enough you're walking around in them, but even purchasing them. The act of the purchase is the real sin. Forget about walking around in these things. I've seen alligators shit in the fucking bayou, fucking. That looks better than that. I've seen turtle shit that looks better than that. I've seen squirrel shit that looks better than that. I've seen snail turd that looks better than that. I'm not no fucking fashionista over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking Joan Rivers over here, fucking. But Jesus Christ, man, you know? I'm very picky about my shoes, you know? I don't like a lot of shit. Very picky, very particular. One fucking pair of shoes I would never buy is that. Even just for everyday shit, you know? I'll rock everyday shit for fucking 3 years before I get a new pair of shit. I got two other pairs that I just hardly wear because, unless I'm hanging out and shit, then I'll wear the nice shit or the decent shit. But even my everyday bullshit, the beaters, we ain't beating these up. You don't beat these up. You don't buy these. You don't buy these. You don't buy these. I don't know who's, I don't know who came up with these fucking shoes, but I don't know what market they were going for. But there's no population that's willing to buy these shoes. But somebody bought it. There's a sucker born every day, and somebody bought it. This guy fucking drove around in a Saab. You ever heard of Saab, the vehicle? Some asshole actually bought it. SAAB. Some asshole actually bought it. That's what Saab standard for. This guy gives you a fucking sob story about the mob driving around in a Saab fucking with these shoes on. Fucking Saab driving, boy. You don't see nobody in a Saab no more. Ain't nobody driving Saab. I've seen UGG shoes that look better than this. And UGG shoes look like shit, and they kill innocent koalas to make their products. These are the only shoes that look just as good covered in mud as they do brand new. Covered in mud would be an upgrade. They might look like construction boots or some shit. Those Duck Dynasty assholes wouldn't wear this shit hunting ducks in the fucking mud in the pond with duck whistles. They wouldn't even wear this shit. Those douchebags that go to Walmart somewhere in fucking Indiana and shit, walking around, they wouldn't even wear this shit in Walmart. You ever been to those random fucking shopping centers out in the fucking mountains somewhere? I don't know, Pennsylvania, Jersey, some shit. No man's land. Fucking douchebags that shop there. Real fucking nature assholes. They walk in with the fucking forest jackets and shit. Forest camouflage shit. Looking like a Duck Dynasty asshole. Driving around in a fucking $100,000 fucking pickup truck. Cocksuckers, huh? I run a gun store. Yeah, good for you. Must be nice to be a business owner, huh? Must be nice to be in business. Motherfucker. God damn it, Sal. There's nothing in the news besides this Putin bullshit. You never bought shoes from Walmart? Well, where the fuck are you gonna find shoes like this? I don't even think Payless Shoes would have sold this if they were still in business. Payless Shoes wouldn't have sold this fucking garbage. If they don't sell this at Walmart, I don't know where they sell it. Maybe Amazon. Those aren't even Crocs. They're knockoffs. They're cocks. He's wearing cocks. Bootleg Crocs. Smoke put one foot on the beach the other day and there was a tsunami. How dare you, Dwayne? Those are crock of shits. What a crock of shit, huh? I'm rocking the crock of shits right now, looking for a mean Bacon, egg, and cheese, y'all. The best. Right down the block here. And yeah, we're gonna be here all weekend. Post up. I'll be in the pizzeria. I'll be in the bakery. I'll be in the bagel store. Post up. Fucking guy. Fucking guy. What am I gonna do with this guy? Huh? What am I gonna do with this guy? Going around saying fuck Michael Corleone. That's one thing, fucking thing. Say it to his face one time. One time, say it to his fucking face. Mr. Corleone, old bastards are liars. Shakespeare wrote poems about this. Think he got those out of the dumpster? I would hope so. He might salvage some self-respect by having those pulled out of the dumpster as opposed to actually wasting money on that shit. Yo, what happened to you, man? What the fuck's going on?
Yo, nothing, man. The same
No,
shit happened
explain it.
6 months ago. Well, 6 months ago when I separated from my wife, right? I go upstairs to this guy's house, right? And he's got a problem. He's like 60 years old. He's from Freeport. He's a black dude, and he smokes a lot of weed, but he smokes a little bit of crack. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
Jesus.
So the time I went there 6 months ago, it was a big problem. I know I told you about that friend I had that did 25 to life, and he for murders, and he was like my son's godfather and my business partner. Well, he ended up getting locked up again since the last time we talked. He's never coming home. If anyone wants to adopt a pit bull, blue nose pit bull, I'm trying to help out a few things with him. But he just committed some serious greedy felonies because of the smoke. And my point is, the night that I'm talking about, I went upstairs, and this guy has a thing where once he gets high, he gets very paranoid. If you're on your phone, he thinks you're with a fucking cop. He thinks there
Wow.
are people in his kitchen. He just bugs out. So the last time I was there, my boy was downstairs, and he don't know my boy carries a piece and just did 25 piece. And my boy's no fucking joke. He's probably the realest person there is, that I know at least. And he's not a famous gangster or anything like that. He's just, you don't want none with him. That's it. And he's calling, yelling at me, going, "I gotta be somewhere." And as the clock's ticking, I'm in an Uber. And I'm like, and I was supposed to pay for the Uber, so I'm like, I'm coming, I'm coming. I couldn't get the guy to unlock the door because he thought I was a cop, and he thought this and that, and he wanted to steal the little piece I had. So I'm like, bro, if I tell this guy to walk in here, he's gonna shoot holes through that fucking keyhole and blow you the fuck away. I'm telling you, don't make this guy come up here. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's just a white boy. He don't know shit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, here we go. So what I didn't know was the phone rang, and I picked it up, so he overheard it. So next thing you know, there's six guys in the hallway kicking down the door to save me, like a hostage fucking situation.
Wow.
And the guy's fucking chasing us outside, begging us to come with us and hang out with us all night. Like, it was insanity. And so sure enough, I remember I told you I just went to the front of my house because I was getting some weird texts about some weird shit I told you about.
Yeah.
And I showed you the undercover cop.
No. That was
You
the
didn't
undercover
see.
cop
There was
that
a
you were
black
talking to?
truck that was a no, 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 no. I wasn't talking to you. There's a black truck that drives around where I happen to live right now, not too far from where I tell the stories about, and it has a black truck, and it's its own incorporated village, and it has this black truck that everyone knows is undercover. It's not a big deal. He wears a uniform, I think, even, but it's just this black truck with tinted windows like a Yukon. And I just see him went to 7-Eleven, no big deal. But I was sitting on the bench in front of my place instead of the back because I was getting these weird texts from these people, and I don't know, I can't place who this guy is, and if he's setting me up. Like, I can't tell you how shady these texts are I'm getting. I still haven't gotten
Yeah.
the name of the person. He's telling me to pick him up at White Castle, like some weird shit, man. So, so
Oh
while
no.
this is all going on, I'm on the phone with you. I'm on the phone with this kid texting. I'm staring at a cop, and then from the top window, I hear whistling through his fucking teeth, to two teeth he has left, like me. And it's the fucking guy, and he's like, "Yo, can you do me a favor and call your boy?" Now, when he says call my boy, he's talking about a monster that takes steroids. Like my friend is a fucking bodybuilding lunatic that deals that. You know, I haven't seen him on that level in a long time, but he's a personal friend of mine. This black guy I know, and he's literally like ripped to shreds. He'll pick up a car like Hulk Hogan and throw it. So I'm like, bro, don't get in. You know, I'll call him for you, but don't get in the way of my friendship with him. Make sure you got the loot because he'll do him dirty. Like he'll get there and he'll only have like $10 on him when he promises 100. Because my boy's thing is he won't come out after midnight if you don't got $100 on you. He ain't wasting his time. So, and this guy knows that they've been dealing with each other since fucking 10 years now. So, he didn't. I don't even know why he needed me to make the call. I don't know where his phone is. But I made the call for him, and so what my boy's pissed about is he goes, count the money. I don't trust him. He's full of shit. He's like, I just cooked the pot there and left him the leftovers, and he didn't have any money on him. He's full of shit. And he's with his homeboys. There's another dude in the house that looked like he had a piece in his sweatshirt. So I didn't want to fuck around too much. So I kind of I didn't lie about counting the money, but he showed me that there was money in the Newport box, a bunch of $20 bills. That it looked to
Nice.
me at a minimum there was $80. If he was 20 short, I could have lent him it. I mean, if it was that serious, but it was worth me vouching for it. And uh, I, now I realized that seeing how pissed my boy is, it wasn't worth. Why am I even involved in this shit? Is it because I'm outside my house at 2:45 in the morning? Like I just don't
Yeah.
want to wake my kid up. That's why I'm outside. I don't want to wake anyone up inside. But I shouldn't even be dealing with it. I just should have said no the second he whistled at me, because since
Was it a
then nothing
whistle or
bad.
did he go hooty hoo? Was it a
No,
whistle?
he did. Picture you have two teeth left in your mouth, like a centimeter apart, and you're like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
whistle, so
Yeah.
I can't. So, and while this is going on, I'm still keeping an eye on the cop. I still have this weird number now, not texting me, but actually calling me. The ding a ling a ling a ling a ling.
So a
My
guy's calling
phone is
you from
my
White
phone
Castle
is
at a
wait
payphone?
listen. My phone is on 2% while all this is going on too. I have one of these portable charger things that my friend got like 1,000 of, by the
Nice.
way. I told you about before, and
Nice. Yeah.
it's just too much to deal with when you're not even an addict anymore. This is addict behavior. It's chaotic, and I just don't like it. And I'm mad. I never got my last licks on this guy when my friend had to break down the door that time,
Pause. Yeah.
and and you know I'm ready to go fuck him up right now, but I don't know. I'm just
If
pissed
he's
about
trying
it.
to set you up, you should break his fucking legs, man.
No, because my boy with I'll
I'm
call them
joking.
muscles. Let's say my boy with the serving people with the muscles. He's like, yo, when he called me, he's like, yo, you making me feel like you were like part of that incorporation in that play. You know what I mean? Like I was in on the play. Like I counted the money. I got you here. Now you got to front them stuff. And I said, bro, I ain't smoked in fucking 6 months, motherfucker. Come on. And
Yeah.
he's like, maybe he offered you something else. Blah blah blah. And so, but he flipped the fuck out. He broke his door right off the hinges just now. I'm surprised the
Wow.
cop. Yeah, like the guy has no front door right now. It's hysterical.
So he made a big scene, huh?
A scene isn't even the word. The guy has a roommate that doesn't even know he smokes and gets high, and he woke up to him being threatened, going, "I'll fucking kill you. I warned you about this, you piece of fucking dog shit." Blah blah blah.
Wow.
And it was, and I don't want to get nobody in trouble on like the kid tip, but he had his two daughters in his back seat too because he didn't want to leave them home alone. I guess his wife's out at the overnight nursing job is from my boy, so he also woke up his two young daughters, for this. So that's why he wanted to make sure the kid had the money. You know what I mean? It was a whole. Anyway, next thing you know, I'm getting texts now from a couple. Okay, and they're telling me, yo, we're Steve's friends or blah blah blah. So I said, listen, I've been looking for Steve since his mother died, like for years, for like a year. He has me blocked everywhere because he's scared that like he can't control himself. Like when I'm around, me and him get in a lot of trouble together. So I just want to talk to him and see if he's okay. And he goes, and he's not answering me. He's just going, me and my girl are sick. We need this. Blah. And I said, what town are you from? Who are you? And what I'm like, as a matter of fact, Steve doesn't even have this new number. Like this phone number is since I've been sober, and I haven't seen Steve in about 3 years. So, like, what Steve are you even talking about? So he still won't give me his name. He still won't give me his whatever. And he happens to know that I live by White Castle in a certain town, or is he in Hempstead and remembers me from Hempstead and he's at that White Castle? And he's saying, so now he's saying, my girlfriend's calling you right now, and the phone was ringing, but I was in the middle of all this drama, and you were on the phone, and I don't know if you could hear these calls in your audience. I don't need to blow people's spots up. I don't know
Yeah.
if everyone could hear my phone calls when I picked up the phone. Could you hear people?
No, we tried, but you cut out.
That's
So
hilarious.
you got guys calling you from payphones at White Castle at 3 in the morning, fucking looking for
No,
you
he's
know.
looking for a ride, and then he's like, "Fuck my girl." Now it's just me. So what happened was, I said,
Oh,
"If
I
you're
thought you
so
said you could. Yeah,
No, so this happened while I was on the toilet bowl about 5 hours ago. This started, and
damn.
I'm like, bro, you got 30 seconds to answer who you really are, or I'm ghosting you. You'll see how fast I ghost you. So he's like, so I'm like, I thought you said you were sick and you were desperate for 3 bundles. Now I had no intention of getting them from him, but I'm that curious to see who this is, if I'm being set up, if I'm back on the list, whatever. And if not, I want to find my friend Steve. So there are a few motives I have for stringing these people along. I never said anything incriminating. To this second, I haven't said anything incriminating. So finally, I told you I know a cop before I mentioned in the Vice and Gang unit, and I know how they arrest the people. So I said, Craig, is this you? Or are you? I tried to call you at the holidays, but nobody, you guys are so secretive at the BSO and the Vice and Gang unit. And he wasn't even shady about it like that. He was like, "Oh, you're talking about some old shit," and he still won't give me his name, and he's still asking me now. He's like, "I have 180. And do I live in one of those trees?" No, man, that's hysterical. I like, oh man, no, I don't live in one of the trees. That's hysterical. What else? Sal, gonna give you address, phone number, and package size. No, no, I don't hear anything. I gotta go. It's safe out there, Sal. Good night, John Rambo. Fucking Smokey Brick. At this point, Sal might as well just tell us the address. Survivor Sal makes Rambo look like an amateur. Thank you, Jay Adams, C3. What's his nickname? Two T's. Can Sal say that? What, the black thing? Hootie, hoot, hoot, hoot. What are they comparing me to Hootie? Was it whistling or was it a hootie hoot?
Did you know Hootie
No. No, I
back in the
never
day?
met Hootie.
No.
No, I have a mutual friend that no, but we've never spoke except for liking each other's shit on Instagram and shit like that. And I told you earlier, I happen to think his show with Gene is pretty funny right now. And
Yeah.
okay, that's the other question. Thank you for remembering that. That's the other question I came back on. The only reason I even came back on was to answer that other question.
How dare you?
Somebody wanted to know if I thought their Peter Zaccaro Gangster of the Week was good, or was real. I don't know if they were asking me if it was like credible or or whatever, because I'm not talking shit or anything, but I knew Peter Zaccaro
Talking
20
shit.
times better. I knew Peter Zaccaro 20 times better than both of them put together. Not that I'm showing off about that or anything, but it's a fact. And I don't get me wrong. I don't want a problem with Gene or any of them. They're all nuts, but
Yeah.
Peter Zaccaro was fucking nuts. And, not many people know a lot of information about him, like the fact he married, his second marriage was to Cindy DiBernardo, Robert DiBernardo's daughter, the one that Sammy killed. And
Son of a bitch.
they did not live in Howard Beach. They lived in Hewlett Harbor, the five towns in Long Island. at that time, and he was shooting heroin in his toes
Who
because
was?
Phineas. Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Peter Zaccaro, he caught a limp. Somebody ran over his leg, and his ex-wife, his first wife, and he limped around. Now this guy was so retail. I'd watch him count $1 million out, and he would go work a beeper and walk around the diner parking lot and sell 20 bags of hydro. And that's how nuts this guy was. But here's the thing: he got in a big fight with a guy named Vinny Asaro, which I'm sure you know the name. And Vinny Asaro was friends with John Gotti. They used to gamble together. John Gotti was had to take over Peter Zaccaro because he got traded from the Bananas to the Gottis. So Vinny Asaro used to always try to tell John Gotti to kill Peter Zaccaro. He's a heroin addict, and he would show his arm, and he would be on surveillance showing his arms, saying, check Peter Zaccaro's arms. So when Peter would get called in by his captain, Iggy, I don't know if he dealt with John ever directly, but I know his captain, Iggy, was a good friend of John Gotti. And, Peter Zaccaro would purposely shoot the heroin in his toes because they used to have to check his arms because Vinny Asaro had a real beef about him, and Vinny Asaro had a lot of juice on the street. But other than that, they got everything on the mark. I mean, pretty much. One thing they said that was hilarious and pretty true was like if they rolled up to a car wash at like 3 a.m, there was like a good chance there would be a dead body in the trunk and shit. And that's a true story. Like if you saw he had a white Land Cruiser when I knew him, and if you saw him roll up on you with 3 guys in the car at 3 a.m, run for your fucking life. He was like Robert De Niro's character in Goodfellas, but not a nice guy. Like he was a miserable, and he'll just fucking shoot you. You're like, and he's got probably I think he copped to 8 bodies on his witness protection shit, and you know, the charge they got him on, he kept doing his time. The reason he was one of my idols was because the first charge I knew about when I met him was he did an armored car robbery, and got to keep the money. And that's even though he did a little time on it, that's like every kid like mine dream is an armored car scorer when you're 15 years old. You don't dream about being on the Yankees when you hang out with me and my friends. You dream about robbing a fucking Brinks truck. And he did it. So, once he got out of jail for that, all he kept getting was sale charges for weed. Eventually, what are they going to do about that? They had to give him the Kingpin Act. So they found 4 grow rooms. They found 4 grow rooms, $6 million worth of weed, and he was going to do life in jail. And then they found some murders on him in Florida, I think. And he's testifying at that trial of that guy Gus
Faraci. God damn it. Keeps fucking touching the goddamn button. You think I need this, Ajita? What happened? My chat just went and took a shit? Nobody's talking no more? What are you guys, tired? Maybe I should just get the hell out of here. It's been 3.5 hours. I mean, Jesus. You think Pierce Morgan has to deal with this shit? You think his guests just drop out like this repeatedly? Is this any way to run a talk show? Huh? You think those woke jokes at MSNBC are having trouble fucking getting a signal from Joe Scarborough talking his propaganda? Think they're just dropping calls and shit? God damn it. Anyway, I don't know. I should just get the hell out of here. God damn it. It's Tech Maloikia. You don't give me the Maloikia. I give you the Maloikia, goddammit. I know you, Hootie. I know. You're in cahoots with Hootie. You're cahooting. You're in cahoots with Hootie. You're a cahootier. You're a cahootier boy. That's what you are, Dwayne. I know it. And through my boundless mercy, you're still here. I forgive you, for you know not what you do, Dwayne. God damn it. Later, Steve. I'm sorry. The show went to shit, man. I'm sorry. Peace out, Steve. Yeah. Shouts to Rambo. Shouts to Danny Green, Gordino, DL, Bella for the support, keeping the channel alive. It's been a rough week, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on out there. You guys are scaring me. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared. Fucking August, man. Back to school and the end of vacations. You know, everybody's getting that last vacation in. Bastards. Driving around Santa Barbara and shit. Last minute trips to Jamaica, Montego Bay, whatever the fuck they call it. All inclusive. Getting their last minute cruises in and shit. Must be nice, huh? Enjoying summer? Fuck the Gunsmoke show, right? Life's more important. It must be nice. Shit. How could y'all do this? It's nice to take a cruise, huh? Yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just thinking, man. Trying to think of something to talk about that pisses me off. Trying to be real negative right now. Trying to tap into the negativity, and I'm having trouble. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having trouble right now tapping into my inner negativity. Yeah. Instead of eating smoke, get a new mic. Shut up, man. I got a microphone that I don't use. I should use it. God damn it. Fucking Dwayne. Later, Sal. All right, he's not coming back. God damn it. All right, we're getting out of here. Thanks again, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate you, Sal. Come back soon, man. Was that conversation about my shoes? No, that wasn't about your shoes. That was about Hootie. Hootie shoes, man. Everybody talking about your shoes. I don't even know what kind of fucking shoes you're wearing, man. It's not about your shoes. What are you, paranoid? I appreciate you coming on the show, man. You got to come back soon. Tell us some more stories. I think the chat liked it, man. These were new mob stories that these people never heard before. This was good shit. All right. Crackheads at 2 a.m. in front of White Castle calling, making phone calls for hitchhiking rides to the fucking ghetto, looking for shit they don't need to be doing. These people like hearing that shit, man. It's real life drama. Some guy just fucking took off the fucking hinges of his front door, kicked out the door. Well, I had more questions about that incident that happened tonight. Was he cursing and screaming while he broke down the door? These are questions you didn't answer, man. You keep fucking with your phone. Think Pierce Morgan has to deal with this shit? Think Charlemagne the God's having fucking phone calls with Sleepy Joe that are fucking dropping out? Think Cenk Uyghur's fucking talking shit to Pierce Morgan and his phone calls getting dropped? No, of course not. Only me. Only me. But yeah. So somewhere out there in Long Island, some sick fuck kicked open the front door. Shit world, huh? Some poor asshole out there worked his whole life to fucking get a house in Long Island. Thinks he's moving into a nice, quiet neighborhood. And, all of a sudden one day you wake up and you got a crackhead at 2 a.m. fucking kicking out the front door of his fucking house, screaming and yelling, looking for his next fix. I mean, what the fuck's going on, man? Poor people, man. World went to shit. That de Blasio, man. Mayor de Blasio really did a number on New York. We never recovered from that to this day. We've been dealing about this basically the Mayor Adams. He just continued on with the de Blasio shit. So we're really in the era of de Blasio for the past 15 years. We're still stuck in the de Blasio era in New York. It's about to get worse. It's about to be a whole new level of worse in its own right. So the de Blasio era will come to an end, but it's just only going to get worse from there. But the beginning of it was de Blasio. And God damn it. You know, God damn it. Someone frame him already? This guy get deported. Forget about frame. It's all fun and games until you make a convict drive dirty at 2 a.m. from White Castle. Damn, man. Thank you, Michael. It was fairly negative. It was. It was negative and fun while it lasted. But yeah, no, we appreciate you, Sal, coming on, sharing those stories. They were interesting. And yeah, that was good mob content, yeah. We'll be live again tomorrow night. So you stay tuned. Enjoy your weekend. Drink responsibly. Don't don't answer phone calls at 2 a.m. for some fucking assholes at White Castle. It's not going to end up good. And yeah, y'all stay safe, man. Stay out of trouble. And you stay tuned to the show. We will be live tomorrow night. And then we got Sunday service, 12 noon. So if you can't make it tomorrow night because it's past your fucking bedtime, because you think you're some normal, decent human being, fucking normal person, member of society, getting a decent bedtime, respectable hours and shit, then tune in to Sunday service, 12 noon. Should be a beautiful, glorious Sunday. Still going to be hot. Next week's going to be nice and cool. It's going to cool on down, thank God. Praise Allah. But yeah, make sure you show up for Sunday service. This Sunday service, I will be handing out demerits for anybody who's late. That's what we're going to have to come up with a demerit system here. One demerit for everybody that's late past 15 minutes. 15 minutes is fashionably late. Anything past 15 minutes, you guys are late. You're going to be marked down as late or even absent. If you get 3 demerits, if you start racking up demerits, third one, we're going to have to start you have to start sending super chats and shit. $2.99, $5.99. So to avoid this, you can just show up on time and participate in the chat. We can have a nice show. Praise the Lord and thank you, Jesus. You understand? Now, don't give me no fucking. Don't look at me like that. Don't give me this shit, all right? Getting tired. Getting tired, man. My body weary. Yeah. Next time, drive there, smoke, drive where? Oh, you want the fucking link? I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm tired now. I'm tired. You come back tomorrow, man. And we do part 2. It's been 3 hours and 41 minutes, man. Unless you got some real life drama happening right now as we speak, then yeah. I want to see the assholes from White Castle over there. Now they showing up with a suitcase, or they get a sack of 10. They bought a sack, a 10 sack. Dwayne is in bed, man. Would you steal that mattress or something? Where'd you find that mattress? God damn it, Sal. God damn it. God damn it, Sal. Well, it was good to hear from you, too, man. People been asking about you. We're Sal at, man. We're Sal. So I'm glad you're doing okay. You're still around. You come back tomorrow, man. And you give us part 2. But the White Castle boys. How come there was never no crew like that, man? The White Castle boys. Motherfuckers that just hung out in front of White Castle. Serving the fiends and shit. Back in the day, White Castle over here used to have bulletproof glass and shit. You used to have to order behind bulletproof glass. The whole thing was bulletproof. Even the bathroom. You had to get buzzed in. You had to get a fucking, yeah, you had to ask for permission and get buzzed in. Like you're walking into a fucking prison to open up the door to get into the goddamn bathroom. Yeah. That's when the burgers were cheap. Now the burgers ain't so cheap no more. So now these assholes can't afford it. So they're not hanging out at fucking White Castle no more. So they got rid of the bulletproof glass. Now they're a regular establishment, you know. This ain't no fucking Kennedy Fried Chicken. Is Kennedy Fried Chicken still around? You don't hear about them no more, huh? Kennedy Fried Chicken? Got fried chicken behind bulletproof glass and shit. Some of the side orders were all right and shit. You don't hear about Kennedy Fried Chicken no more. You know how many motherfuckers died and got murdered in Kennedy Fried Chicken? You motherfuckers, man. Me and my boys smoke crack in White Castle. Bram and set alarm off, and our ride was stuck in the drive-through. Oh my god, now that's a White Castle story. I thought you were the White Castle boys, Smoke. That's fucked up. Imagine douchebags standing on the corner eating a fucking 10 sack, thinking they're cool, eating their fucking sliders. Douchebags, huh? How come there was never a crew like that? The White Castle boys. Yeah. How come nobody ever extorted fucking White Castle? How come they weren't kicking up? Yeah. We're gonna shove a fucking 10 sack of White Castles up your ass. White Castle makes a good milkshake though, man. You get a chocolate shake, that shit's good, man. A strawberry shake, it's perfect. I want to go there, but there might be DEA there for me. I'm starving. Nah, you don't go over there, man. You stay out of trouble. Smoking crack at White Castle, man. That shit ain't no good, man. Damn, man. This motherfucker say about Wendy's. From what Kevin said, you absolutely probably couldn't hold down a Wendy's. That's fucked up. Fuck, Dwayne said that shit. Shut up, Dwayne. Kevin Wu talking all that bullshit. God damn it, Kevin Wu. Think I need this shit. We don't have a White Castles here. That's sad, man. We ain't got White Castle. That's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. White Castle's hit or miss now. Sometimes White Castle's shit. Half the time it's shit. Used to be good. Now they hand you shit. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks again, guys. Thank you, Sal. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Till next time. Peace.